What's up, level uppers? Welcome to the Level Up Show, episode 199, and the final episode of 2017. This is it, guys. It's over. 2017 coming to an end for us, at least. We would do episodes the next two Sundays, but next Sunday is Christmas Eve, and the Sunday after that is New Year's Eve. So that makes it kind of tricky. But maybe something will happen. Like maybe like a Saturday stream or something like that. But there will be no official episode of the Level Up Show for the next 2 weeks. There will not be an episode 200 until 2018, and the Level Uppies will be in 2018 and all that too. So yeah, Mike is not here tonight. He messaged me earlier today and said he just wasn't feeling well enough, wasn't feeling up to it because he's had insanely long work days and really crazy shifts recently, and he just is too tired. He said he might stop into the chat, so he might be in here soon, but he just said he did not have it in him tonight to come and stay late and drive home late and all that. So it's just me tonight, and Kelly's not feeling well. She's got a migraine, she said, so it is just me. I'm going to be holding down the fort tonight for the final episode of 2017. But considering it's just me, I figured I might as well make it like a kind of Discord night. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, it is Discord night. I'm going to be bringing you guys on the show here and there potentially. So get on Discord at discord.gg/the Level Up Network and get into the Discord queue. You have to be a subscriber or a patron. If you are not a sub or a patron and you still want to get on Discord night, you can use the Discord night redemption through the Streamlabs extension or at streamlabs.com/the Level Up Show. We'll give you a VIP role on Discord for the night, and you'll be able to get into Discord and be able to chat with me. Just like the direct days, Drew only. Yeah, just me tonight. And I apologize for that. I know that takes away from the Level Up Show, but it happens sometimes. Sometimes people are sick, like I was. Fortunately, it didn't fall on a Sunday night, but yeah, Joey's sick. Kelly's sick. Mike's not feeling great. So just a lot of shit going around right now. I know for me, I think it was coming back from Florida, from the 86-degree weather to the 36-degree weather. Literally, I went from 86 to 36. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put on the timer. Since it's just me tonight, I might as well do the timer with you guys. So as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, there is a timer. That is the stream timer, and is now counting up. So at the very least, this episode will be 2.5 hours long, as the Level Up Show typically is. But subs, tips, and cheers will all extend the episode to be a little bit longer. There is a max that I will not go over, and that is built into the timer. There you go. As you guys can see, it just went up to 2 hours and 35 minutes for the length of the stream. Thank you so much to the Bulldog Brad for the resub. 6 months in a row now. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Of course, Prize Wheel is active as well. Anything worth $5 or more will get you a spin of the Prize Wheel. That means subbing, resubbing, pledging on Patreon, cheering, tipping, hosting for 10 viewers or more, and of course, it will add on to the stream timer. Follows are just as great, guys. If anybody's new tonight, hit that follow button here at twitch.tv/the Level Up Show. I'll do my best to give you a shout out, and please remember to turn on those notifications so you get alerts whenever we go live, which is throughout the week with game streams, and then typically on the weekends with our gaming talk show. Of course, as well, share the show. Let's get some people in here tonight. Let's see if we can get up to 60 or 70 viewers. Share the show, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you can. See what you can do. So I've got a new little gadget that I'm going to be trying to use tonight. It's kind of hard to get away from the keyboard, but I've got the Stream Deck. Actually, I'll zoom in on this. Damn is right. Let me zoom in on this for you guys so you can see it up close and personal. This is the Elgato Stream Deck, and it's I'll zoom in even closer so you can really see. And it's a little device that is sort of like a hotkey device that allows you to quickly switch between things. So up here I've got the Level Up Show one. You click on that, and it allows me to have all my different scenes here so I can quickly switch between them, which is pretty cool. I even have like quick things on here, like on my Twitch one. That one there will add a 90-second commercial. This one will put it in sub-only chat. So it's pretty cool. It's a cool little device, and I'm trying to figure out the best ways to utilize it. So I'm going to try and get the hang of it tonight throughout the stream. So apologies if I am a little bit off, but I need to become accustomed to this new idea. All right. So I don't have anybody to really bounce off of. So I guess I can talk about how I was. Last night was freaking incredible. To anybody that was there, we had our, of course, we had our building the show stream where I put together the videos and the agenda. And what an hilarious stream that was. So many funny moments in that. Just that I can't even bring up here because I honestly don't feel like it should be brought up on the Level Up show. But for a building the show stream, it went into some territory that was definitely not PG rated, and it was one of the funniest streams I think I've ever done. That was just hilarious. I watched the parts I missed. Hilarious. Yeah, the very last 20 minutes, I was dying. I was laughing so hard. Why was poll so funny? I don't know, but it was. Poll was very funny. We're gonna be doing polls a little differently tonight. We got a new special way to do polls. So we'll do that. As for what I've been playing, I didn't get to play too much this week because I was sick, but I did do Fortnite 50v50 on Friday, and I thought that was a really good time. I don't think it's even active anymore. Or it might be tonight. It's active tonight. I think it deactivates tomorrow for Fortnite 50v50. Cool little event they decided to do that I don't really understand if they get rid of it for good, why they would do that. Seems like why not have the mode? It works well enough. People are enjoying it. People are playing it. It's something to take some of the attention off of PUBG, which we'll be talking about a lot tonight, of course, as there's, we got the Xbox One and the Xbox One X release for the early access version. A lot of controversy surrounding that. So definitely going to be talking about PUBG tonight. But in some ways, in a lot of ways, I feel like I prefer Fortnite for its polish and get in and get out gameplay. It's just a little faster pace, a little easier to get into, and you're not 20 to 30 minutes into a match and then finally finding somebody and getting killed within seconds and then feeling like you got to start all the way from the beginning. It's a little bit. You can get back into a match within a minute, which is just so nice. Also, of course, it runs better. It runs much better than PUBG. So I really enjoy Fortnite, for the nights that I do it, and I feel like I'll keep doing it occasionally, like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. So you guys can keep an eye out for that, of course. All right, guys, anything worth $5 or more will get you a spin, and of course, it'll add on to the stream timer as well. We're actually up to 2 hours and 35 minutes now. A tier 1 sub adds 5 minutes, a tier 2 sub adds 10 minutes, and tier 3 sub adds 25 minutes. And cheers are 1 second per bit, and tips are 1 minute per dollar. So that is how you can extend the stream to a certain extent. There is a maximum to get to, but we're not even close to it right now. So, ooh, what just happened? I don't know. All right. We'll see what else we got here. Yeah, that's all I played this week. Fortnite 50v50 is pretty much all that I played this week. Let's see here if we got anybody on Discord, because as I said, guys, it is Discord night. You are welcome to join me if you would like. We got Moofy in the Discord queue, so I'm going to drag him on the show. Moofy, can you hear me? Murpher, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you right now.
You can barely hear me? Hold on a sec. It might be, I know what it's doing. It's that damn thing where it's using the wrong mic, probably. Might have to restart Discord. Hold on one sec. I'm going to restart Discord.
Sure thing.
Sometimes it does this. Where's the Discord? I can't see it. Quit Discord. Sometimes it grabs the mic over there. Even though it's not set to that mic, it grabs that mic, and I don't know why. But we're going to get Moofy on the line here. And he can stay with me for a while if he wants. Because I'm going to need...
Okay, that's much better.
Okay, there we go. You can hear me much better now?
Yep.
All right, yeah, it was grabbing the wrong mic for whatever reason. But welcome to the show, Moofy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm not sick at least.
That's good. Yeah, you're one of the few, I guess. Oh, just got a little bit of a cheer there. 200-bit cheer, adding 200 seconds in there. Thank you, Captain Cisco. Appreciate that. Moofy, I got a quick question for you.
Okay.
Did you see The Last Jedi?
I did see The Last Jedi.
Okay. That's good, because I need somebody that's seen it, because I haven't. Because we're going to be getting into the Has No Game in a second here. I don't want you to spoil anything, of course. Nobody should spoil The Last Jedi tonight. But it would be nice to have somebody that has seen it to comment on what the story is about. You know what I mean?
Alrighty.
All right, so guys, we're going to get into TLUS Has No Game. 3 non-gaming topics at 2 minutes each. Are you ready, Moofy?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. First up, as I was saying. Oh wait, this is not the first one. I thought it was the first one. It's not the first one. That's the third one. The first one, as you can see, is Deadpool on screen right now. Good reason for that is that finally it is official that Disney has bought 21st Century Fox. I believe for something around $52 billion, something like that. And the reason I have Deadpool up on screen is that Bob Iger quickly responded to fan concerns and said, yes, Deadpool will continue to be rated R, and that they are interested in a whole sort of division of Disney for doing R-rated films. This is great news in my opinion. What do you think?
They have to do it. I mean, so much of Deadpool's shtick has to do with kind of how it's R-rated. So
Right.
it's kind of like if you took that away from it and made it more PG friendly, you kind of take away the whole draw to Deadpool at this point.
100%. Yeah. Now, what do you think though about the whole thing about Disney getting Fox? A lot of people concerned, like, oh, they're becoming a monopoly. Like, what about antitrust laws and all this kind of stuff? Do you have any concerns about something like this?
Yeah, it's weird about how they've with LucasArts and everything as well beforehand. I really don't know much about it, but I mean Disney is a huge company. It's no surprise that they're able to do this.
Oh yeah.
I would say LucasArts okay, Fox okay. If things start going the way of Disney more, it's kind of like now it's starting to get a bit much.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many sides to this though that like a lot of people aren't talking about, like the fact that now Disney owns Simpsons, and now they own FX as well. Like there's so many sides to this thing. They didn't get Fox Sports, I don't think. They didn't get Fox News or anything like that. But there's a lot to this deal, more than them just getting X-Men and Fantastic Four and Deadpool and whatever else. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the future holds for that. Next up. So, The Rock. A lot of people want him for the president for whatever reason. Well, he did come out and say that he is, quote, strongly considering it. Realistically, as we go into 2018, when you look at my slate as we're developing and shooting into 2019 and 2020, the slate goes deep into 2021. So it feels like realistically he would be running in 2024. This is what he said. He said he would realistically be running in 2024. What do you think? Do you feel like The Rock is a step up from Trump?
Well, from my Canadian standpoint, anyone is a step up from Trump. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't disagree there.
I would. It's like when not Trump, but when Johnson first said yet he would. It was like that he was considering the run for president. I'm like, well, that would be fun. I'm not sure how he would do in a political. It's like do in a political environment, but there have been actors and stuff
Yeah,
turned
sure.
president at some point, like
Or governor. Yeah.
Ronald Reagan. I believe it was Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan, you're right. Reagan definitely was. Yep.
So there's not to count him out just yet. You know, if he was president of the U.S. at some point, we'd have to see. But I mean, still, anything's better than Trump right now. Let's be honest.
Would we call him President The Rock?
I would call him the people's president.
The people's president, yes. And I have to say, after Trump now that we kind of have, I guess what you consider to be a celebrity as a president, I would prefer to go back to somebody who is an actual politician that spent their entire life working towards becoming president and that being their life's goal, as opposed to somebody that's just like, oh, seems like anybody can become president now, so I'll go for it. You know, like, I'd rather go back to a true politician. Not saying that true politicians are the greatest either, but I just would like a change of tone after everything that's been going on with Trump these past, whatever, 10
I
months or
think
so.
everyone would right now.
Yeah. And lastly, okay, I got it mixed up, but now we can talk about The Last Jedi. The reason I want to talk about it, we're not talking about spoilers, guys, no spoilers, but it's such a weird, polarizing film from everything we're seeing. So much so that the user rating on Rotten Tomatoes for The Last Jedi is lower than both The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. That's 56%. To give you guys a little perspective here, Phantom Menace is 59% and Attack of the Clones is 57%. It is lower than even Attack of the Clones, which I think is actually even worse than Phantom Menace. And this is just so bizarre to me. Like, you saw it. First of all, did you like it?
I loved it.
You
I mean,
loved
I was
it.
fully engrossed in it the entire time. I thought it was really well done.
So I guess you would 100% disagree with these weird user ratings then.
It's like I do disagree, and it surprises me because from everything that I heard so far, it was looking good.
Right, because if you look at the cinema score, which is an actual poll that comes from people leaving the cinema, people that actually saw it, it has an A, which is the same score that both Force Awakens and Rogue One got, and which is a great score for cinema score. So it seems like there's gotta be some review brigading going on here, is what some people would call it, where for some reason maybe it's DC fanboys that hate, Disney since they now own Marvel. I don't know. Like who knows exactly? But it's gotta be trolls brigading this thing and trying to
Well,
bring down the score.
well, I mean, yeah, it's possible. You see it on Metacritic. You see it on any review aggregate site. It's like so when it's put that way, it's not 100% surprising. I mean,
It is a little bit to
it's,
me though, because even something like Batman v Superman, which is this film that's centered within this war, right, between DC and Marvel, fanboys hating each other, rating things down. Even Batman v Superman, which I thought was a almost terrible film, that has a higher score than The Last Jedi. Like that just makes no sense to me. Like what's going on? I don't understand. So bizarre.
I hope it's just trolls. I loved it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like everybody I'm talking to is one way or the other. It's either, well, I would say it's three things. It's either I loved it, I thought it was amazing, I thought it was terrible and ruined Star Wars, or C, I need to see it a second time. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Like they just like don't they can't wrap their heads around what they just saw. Like I guess it's so different than the norm, what we know from Star Wars, that they need time to digest it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's weird too because like Mike says in the chat, it's his friends are 50-50. I saw this in a group with about 5 or 6 others, and we all loved it as far as I know.
Okay. Yeah, no, nobody that I know that saw it personally said they hated it. They all said they at least liked it, or like I said, needed time to digest. So
Hmm.
I see it on Thursday. So I need to stay away from social media still for a little while and be very careful.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping I don't get spoiled because I hear it has some truly surprising moments.
it
Silence. Okay.
is. It is.
I was gonna
I
let the
can't say
silence.
anything, but it's good how it's portrayed.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Thank you, Mufi, for joining me as a special guest for Has No Game, and maybe we can get some other people on here as well. And I will open the door at the end, guys. We're going to open the door for 2017 in review, and we'll talk about the best moments or the worst moments from this year, not just in gaming but also in movies. We'll just kind of talk about everything. So we'll welcome you back on then, Mufi.
Well, we'll see because I leave in an hour and a half, so I probably won't be here
Okay.
for the door.
No worries, man. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Take care.
Okay, level up.
Level up. Ooh, I see that we have Joey in there. Hey, Joey.
I'm in here. I'm just using my backstage pass. It's so much easier for me to listen to the stream on Discord with like chat popped out on the screen. I love this. But as you can see, like my throat's still like ridiculously shot. It's been this way for like 2 weeks now.
You sound
And
like that character from Monsters Incorporated.
I know.
I've got my eye on you, Wazowski.
I feel great. Like I'm totally fine. It's just my throat just refuses to get better. But in the meantime,
Okay.
I've got whiskey and tea, and it feels great at the moment.
Is that a legit remedy for sore throat?
I mean, like whenever I go to the bar and I seem to have a sore throat, they give me hot toddies, which is like cloves with lemon and whiskey and tea, and
Hot
it feels really
toddies?
good. Yeah, it's really good for when you
I
have
feel
a
like you're
sore
making shit
throat.
up now, Joe.
I swear to
You're
God,
trying
it's
to
a
get me to
thing.
say something dirty on stream.
I'm not tonight. I don't have it in me, but last night was hilarious.
Last night was hilarious. Everybody should check the archive from last night's building the show, especially the last half of the stream. It just was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You sound like Batman, so there you go. Compliment from Bulldog
Oh,
Brad.
that's great. That's awesome. I'll take it. Please. Oh, God damn, guitar freak. Okay, that's fine.
Ooh, jeez. Take it easy. Well, I'll let you rest
Awesome.
your voice. I don't want to. I don't want to damage your throat.
No worries. I'll be here for some topic eventually.
All right, cool. We're gonna bring on Derek. Let's bring Derek on the show here. Hey, Derek, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going there, Drew?
Doing great, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, you know. I'm hanging in there.
Not sick?
Not sick, not sick. I am
Good.
the only one who has not been sick so far that I've known of.
Glad to hear that. All right, well, we're gonna bring you on here for our community question of the week. Oh, wait, no, wait, pause the lives. We just got a sub of some kind. It was a resub
Ooh.
from Ming T, I Ming T, 5 months in a row, adding another 5 minutes onto the timer. We're now up to 2 hours and 43 minutes at the least that this stream needs to go on for, which is, that's cool with me. I'm okay. It's just me tonight, so I would feel bad if Mike was here because I don't want to, like, prolong him from leaving and having to drive home late. Oh, shit! Another 5 minutes! Came from Angelique, making it...
Subtrain.
Woohoo, D.
Woohoo D, making it 2 hours and 48 minutes. We're climbing now. We're getting into a long show. So we got to do 2 wheel spins. You can be a part of this while we do some wheel spins here, Derek.
All right, come on down.
Dirk. I'm gonna call you Dirk.
God,
Dirk
everybody does
Diggler.
that.
Dirk Diggler. You ever see Boogie Nights?
Yeah, I did have.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. You should be proud of that. We're doing a video game
Well-
magazine to start. All right.
Okay.
And after that, ooh, what is that? Oh, we're getting a little pterodactyl action going on. Little Andrew.
Oh, sweet, I get to
Oh,
hear
shit!
this.
I spun! Alright, you guys aren't going to be able to see that until later, until something happens. You'll find out what that wheel spin was there. Alright, before we get into community question of the week, let's pull out a video game magazine here. Go to the free cam. Alright, I'm going to go grab one. Hold on. Alright, what do we got? Let's see. Oh, wow. First one I picked, too. This is a good one. This is a special
Oh,
one. Let me
boy,
put
what do we
back on the
got?
headset here. Alright. So, this one is from, this is issue 227 of Game Informer. It looks like it's from October of 2012. You guys have any idea what this game here is?
I don't know. Probably, I want to say a launch title for Xbox, probably.
For Xbox, no, not quite yet. We were at the very tail end of PS3, so we got The Last of Us as the cover.
I don't know.
of-
I'm legally blind technically, so I have to wait for the delay.
All right, so let's see here. Let's take a look at what we got in here. This is hard to do by myself. Holy crap! All right, don't just read it. This is a boring back of the cover here. What the hell? Give me something better. Oh, we got to look at the very back first. The very back is just the what were they called? I can't remember. It was the Fireflies and the Hunters. Were they just called the Hunters? I think so.
Yeah, they were just known as hunters.
Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Let's do a quick. Ooh, wow! This is old school. Look at this. Okay, we got to look through this here. The
Okay,
Last
that
of
actually
Us.
looked cool. Freaking Raccoon City, but just turned out to be garbage.
This is like the early artwork on The Last of Us here. Got some
Ellie
early
looks so
screen.
different.
Yeah, especially wait until you see. There we go. Look at Ellie. That was the early concept art for Ellie there. Oscar-winning composer in Gustavo Santaola. He did Brokeback Mountain. He did Babel. That's why he went on to do an amazing soundtrack there. And where's Joel at? Joel is... Where was his original art? There he is. This was Joel's original art. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So let's see
Yeah,
here.
no. Wait a
What
minute.
else?
I think you've already done this magazine.
I've already done this magazine?
Yeah, because I remember now that you and Mike were saying that Joel looked a lot like Norman Reedus.
Wow. You're right. He does look like Norman Reedus. I don't remember that. You have a better memory than I do, I guess, because I do not. Oh, here we go. Speaking of, Soul Calibur 6 was just announced. Or was it Soul? Which one was announced? 6, right? It was just
6.
announced? Yeah, because here we got Soul
Yeah.
Calibur 5. Came out in 2012 for the PS3 and 360 with an 8.5. What else? We got Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Got an 8. Was that the one by
Oh.
Kurt Schilling? Is that one?
Yes.
That is, right? That's the one that his entire studio got shut down. 38 studios, big, huge games. You guys can't read that. It's not autofocusing. But yeah, that fell apart for him. He lost a lot of money on that.
Dude, he had to sell one of his World Series memorabilia just to help pay for the debt.
Jack and Daxter Collection on PS3 got a 9.25. Well deserved. What an amazing series that is. Let's go back a little bit. Let's find one more thing we can look at here. Let's see. A Toys Story. I don't see anything that I recognize here. Oh, this is Skylanders, isn't it? This must be Skylanders. How Activision leveraged the toy market and a creative video game idea to make a smash success. I don't think it's really a huge success anymore, though, is it?
No, it's the same old Activision thing. It's where it's find a toy, suck it out for all the money it's worth,
Suck
and
it
then
out.
moving on.
Yep. We do have the grade. They actually graded the PlayStation Vita in here, and I'm not surprised that they gave it an A minus because it was sexy hardware, man. You can say whatever you want about the software and what eventually happened with the memory sticks and all that, but the hardware itself was beautiful. An A minus for the PlayStation
Oh
Vita.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That was such a bummer, man. Do you think they're ever going to do another handheld, Derek?
Nah, they're gonna let Nintendo fly with it.
Yeah, I mean, God, the whole hybrid thing though is it seems like that's just a future in general now. Wouldn't you agree?
It is. But at the same time, it's like, oh hey, now we have this Switch from Nintendo,
Yeah.
and I am a proud Switch owner.
Would you think if Sony were to do something that they would do a hybrid at this point?
Nah, I
You don't
think
think
they're
so?
too much with. No, I think their marketing is way too much with like the hardcore gamer
Right.
who wants that like 60 FPS on the TV on the couch experience.
Yeah. Joey says, dude, I love the Vita, but the games that came out for it were just crappy. If you looked at the things that were exclusive to it, there wasn't a lot. But if you looked at like just all the little indie stuff and a lot of the ports, if you wanted to have those on the go, it had a lot of games. It's just it didn't have a lot of exclusives. Was the big problem. So if you
Actually
judge
had a
things
fair
on,
amount of oh sorry.
go ahead.
No, I actually had a good amount of like Japanese stuff.
Right.
Like when Sony was starting to kind of give up a bit. I mean, there's a lot of great Atlas JRPGs that are now getting ported over to PS4.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Did you finish Persona 5, Derek?
I did.
You did. Okay. How long did it take you?
A while.
Over
Like,
100 hours?
Yeah, I think I rounded out like 120 hours.
Christ. Did you do a lot of side quests and stuff, or just like main story, or what you do?
Main story and some side quests as well.
Okay. Oh man, I'm at 30 hours, and looks like I got a long ways to go. But I'll be going back to Persona tomorrow night and Wednesday, and then next Friday, I'm not sure if I'll do a community stream or if I'll do some more Persona, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, let's get into community question of the week. Every week, guys, on our Discord at discord.gg/the Level Up Network, we will post a question for you guys to answer on our Question of the Week channel. And you guys have the week to post your response, and then you might get featured live here on the Level Up Show. This week, our question is very simple. What is your New Year's resolution for 2018 when it comes to video games? Derek, I don't believe that you responded to this question, so that's perfect. We're going to start with you.
No. Okay.
What is your New Year's resolution for 2018 when it comes to video games?
I think I kind of want to be a little bit more of a trophy hunter.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like I want to get more out of my games than I think I currently am getting out of. Like,
Do
I
you
wanna
have the
be a little
time
bit-
for that?
Yeah, dude, like I can crush an RPG pretty good. I would say roughly right now I'm playing through Assassin's Creed Origins. And I'd say I'm about halfway done.
Okay.
Yeah, but JRPGs, like I really want to crush them this year. I want them to be my defeated enemy.
Yeah, I would love for that to happen for me too, considering that we're going to get both Ni no Kuni and Kingdom Hearts 3 supposedly in 2018. And who knows what, like, it's not possible. There's no way that we do Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake Episode 1 in 2018. So it'll probably just be Ni no Kuni and Kingdom Hearts 3 for me as like the big JRPGs. I can't think of any others off the top of my head that are sticking out. But God, I
Nah,
mean,
I got
Persona
nothing.
5 is going to go into 2018 for me. It's probably going to be 3 months into 2018 before I finish Persona 5. Because I'm going that
Oh,
slow.
yeah.
It's been a month and I'm 30 hours in. So if it took you 120 hours, that's 4 months it's going to take me to beat Persona 5. Which is just
Yeah,
ridiculous to say out loud.
Yeah, and considering that you do like 2 hours a night, I can kind of make the calculations that you're going to be there a while.
I'm trying to do more like 2.5 to 3 hours when I stream. But streaming a JRPG, it goes so much slower. Doing the voices and even just like random things like prize wheel spins, it takes so much time away from actually playing. Like a 2-hour stream or actually I should say a 3-hour stream results in maybe 2 hours of actual gameplay. Is what I would guess. So,
Darn.
yeah. But anyway, let's move on to see what the actual posted response on our Discord are. First up, we had Vantera, who said, to stop spending half my paycheck on them and actually finish the games in the backlog. I've already kind of succeeded in that resolution this year. I've really pulled back on getting games this year because 2016, I was really bad about that. I got things like Bloodborne on Black Friday. I never ever played it, and then I ended up giving it away because once I had Eevee, it just became clear to me after like 6 months that I'm not going to play games like I used to. So, so I've already taken that step. What about you? You have the time, it sounds like.
I do have the time. The question is, though, is if I have the patience for grinding.
And the paycheck.
Yeah, like I feel good about my paycheck, and I feel good about my investments that I have made in the stock market. So I'm
Oh.
pretty well off with that.
Did you invest in Bitcoin like 10 years ago?
No, I did not invest in Bitcoin.
Because you'd be a millionaire right now.
Dude, I wish I invested in Bitcoin.
You would be a millionaire right now. It's like a 10,000% increase. It's
Darn, I missed
ridiculous.
my chance.
If you invested like $10,000, it's not 10,000%, I think it's 10,000 times. If you invested $10,000 back then, you would have $1 million now, I believe. If I remember right, what I read. So should have invested in Bitcoin, Derek. But, Joey, I like your response. I got to pull over. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man.
Hold on 1 second. I have some issues. My teacher senses are kicking in with the grammar and the sentence structure, so
He didn't actually even create a sentence. He just went right into to stop spending. He didn't have something to start the sentence. Like with
Yeah.
my resolution is that's just to stop spending.
and
So-
then there's a dropped word, so I have the minus points there.
All right, so
B
I
minus.
was going to give him 1,000, but considering Derek, the teacher here, I'm going to give 500 to Slytherin for Joey. And Joey's okay being a Slytherin. He said that multiple times. All right. Next up, we got EXG Seto, who said to stream a bigger variety of games instead of just COD and all of the bigger stuff. That's a nice idea. If you are hoping to grow an audience, I wouldn't go too niche. Like, there is a limit. Niche can help you if there's like a passionate audience for that game. But if you go so small that there's only like 30 people watching that game, period, it's not going to work out for you. So it all depends on if you are trying to grow your channel. If you're trying to grow your channel, yeah, go for niche stuff, but make sure it still has a few hundred viewers at the least. If it doesn't have a few hundred viewers, it's probably not going to work out well for you, is what my 2 cents would be.
Yes, I do like the idea of diversifying.
Yeah.
I would like to kind of know more how he's gonna conquer that via schedule wise.
Uh-huh.
Bigger stuff. I'm gonna kind of give a mini tip, and that is you can stream some of the bigger stuff. You just have to wait for the pond to fill out. So
Right.
I like this answer. Wish there was a little bit more explanation, but still, I like it.
All of the responses this week are very short and sweet, but I still get what you're going for, and I like the idea, and I hope it works out for you, Seto. So I'm going to give 1,000 points to Hufflepuff for EXG Seto. Little tiny ding there. Next up,
Whoa, hold up. He started his sentence the same way I did. He got 1,000 points. Back up. 1,000 points to Slytherin, everyone. Ding. All right.
all right.
Hold on. You just said to stop spending half my paycheck. He says to stream more games instead of COD. That's more of a concept right there than half your paycheck.
What? No,
Yes.
this is not
Wow.
okay.
He's got hijacked.
I
Anyway.
am enjoying this.
Moving on, Scoozy responded with, to finish Horizon Zero Dawn. I keep dragging my feet on it for some reason. Horizon Zero Dawn is a game that I really enjoyed, but I wasn't going to really dive deep into that world because I knew I didn't have the time for it, as I often do. So I put like the 30 hours in to finish the game, enjoyed what I saw, didn't listen to all the audio logs and all that. So I could understand why it's taking you so long to finish if you are somebody that's going and diving deep into Horizon Zero Dawn. What about you, Derek? What did you do with that game?
I beat it on the regular difficulty as well as just recently got through the Frozen Wilds expansion.
How did you like the expansion?
It was all right. It still takes its cues from the main story. I do like more of the facial animations they gave Aloy as well as the rest of the characters and the upgrades they did to the snow graphics.
Right.
Um,
I did hear about that, which is kind of crazy to me that they were able to update that in this like span between the game release and the DLC.
yeah, it's actually getting pretty amazing. What you can do via update the graphics.
Right.
Like they did the same with the original Destiny with the Rise of Iron.
Joey
yeah.
is very upset because everybody has started their sentences the same way that he did by just going right in with two whatever. So I feel for you, Joe, but
I hold on. I do kind of agree with Joey. At the same time, I'm gonna do a little thing here where I believe that this answer could have just been one sentence. I think there could be more in terms of sentence structure. I mean, to finish Zero Dawn, period. It's like, okay, that's the end of the concept.
right.
But it would sound better if it was to finish Horizon Zero Dawn because I keep dragging my feet for some reason. Like, why are you dragging your feet?
course.
Aloy doesn't
Of
drag her
course.
feet; she stomps through the snow. Get your human movements right. She doesn't drag the feet.
You are 100% correct, Eric, and I feel like for that reason, we've got to get Scoozy down there at 250. Still positive. We're going to give 250 points to Ravenclaw for Scoozy. Next up,
D minus.
Captain Cisco, who cheered 200 bits tonight. Thank you so much for that. He said to finish my games that I have and to get games on my Steam wish list that when they're on sale. That's a dangerous concept. First of all, Steam is dangerous in general when it comes to their sales. You're gonna turn out like me a year ago when I would just get anything that was on sale and then realize I would never get around to it. So be careful, Cisco. Be careful.
Yes, I would normally tell Terra Cisco right here for a sentence structure and everything, but considering he gave a majority of his bits to the Nerd Stash when I was streaming, I'm gonna let it pass here.
All right. And that means we're going to give 750 points to Captain Cisco. And he is in, I feel like he's in Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff! Next up, we got Johnny P. Johnny Poolside came in here and said, to not buy so many loot boxes in the games I love, even if they are so pretty, and I want to open them all. I
John,
can't
you're contributing to the
tell.
problem.
I can't tell if this is sarcasm or not.
You're asking a Canadian, man. I don't have a clue.
That's true. I forgot Canadians don't know sarcasm. I
But
feel
I
like
have
he's
a
being
big-
sarcastic.
Knowing John, he probably is being sarcastic, but there's one thing that I just hate in this sentence,
The
and that
double-
is the use of ellipses.
Yep.
You're not using your ellipses right, John. It's not. It's a kind of like a continuation of thought later on. Instead, this is just there
put a
for
period
no
there.
apparent reason.
Just put a period. Don't put a
No,
dot, dot,
like it
dot.
doesn't even need a period.
To not buy so many loot boxes in the games I love. Oh, you're right. It doesn't. It doesn't even need a period. It could have just gone right into, even if they are so pretty. And I want to open them all. Yeah, that's 0 points. 0 points to Johnny. Nobody gets points. All right. And lastly, we got Hempman RX, the guy who always is a little bit longer winded than everybody else, but he has a good response this week. He said, my resolution is to make the jump to 4K resolution. Since the TV prices are dropping, best time for TV shopping is after the Super Bowl. Upgrade to the PS4 Pro, PSVR possibly, play Red Dead Redemption 2, and try not to lose my job and social life. So many great upcoming games in 2018, excited for many releases. It's a lot to tackle in there. I feel like he stuffed so much into just like 3 sentences.
I like the content.
Yes.
I like what he's going for. The stuff in parentheses, the first one, I can understand the added detail. Personally, I don't think it's needed.
Yeah, I got a little lost
Um,
while reading it. I will admit, I got a little bit lost in the woods there.
Yeah.
But once I found my way through, and I could see what he's going for, I like everything I'm seeing because he's like me. I'm part of the way there. I've got the PS4 Pro, but I do still want to get that 4K TV. I still want to get that PSVR and Red Dead Redemption 2, one of my most anticipated games of 2018. So yeah, I'm with you like 80% of the way, Hitman RX. So I'm feeling pretty good about this answer, Derek. I'm sorry.
I'll give it a B minus.
I'm giving 1,250 points to Gryffindor. Gryffindor wins the House Cup. Coming back at the very end, as
Can
they
we,
always
give
do.
points to Wormco real quick for the set and structure anarchist. I love it.
We're gonna give 50 points. 50 points to Warm Code. Just a little something for you, guys. That is community question of the week. Every week, go on our Discord at discord.gg/the Level Up Network. Get into that question of the week channel and wait for us to post our question there. I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing one over the next couple weeks. We might, just for no reason at all, but it won't be on any show because we don't have the Level Up show over the next 2 weeks. But maybe we'll put one there anyway. But in 2018, make sure you get on our Discord and become a part of this segment each week. And to Derek, thank you for joining me, man. It's nice having you.
Thank you, and thank you for letting me show out some teacher issues I have.
You are welcome to do that. I needed somebody to be that guy, so I'm glad it was you.
Yeah, I was actually very unsuspected.
All right, man. Take care. Level up.
Level up, Drew.
All right. Let me see. We got a commercial break. We're gonna go to commercial break. I'm gonna blow my nose, and we'll be right back, guys. Hold on tight. Let's see. Who do we got in here right now? I don't even know. Hold on tight, Tobes. We'll be back in approximately 90 seconds. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 199. This is our final episode of the year 2017. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you are, hit that heart button here at twitch.tv/the Level Up Show. I will try my best to give you a shout out, and of course, turn on those notifications so you get alerts when we go live. We've had 3 subs tonight, adding on to our stream length. We're now up to 2 hours and 48 minutes. Also, thanks to a cheer of 200 bits from Captain Cisco. So subs, cheers, and tips will extend the stream to a certain extent. And also, of course, we'll give you a spin of the prize wheel. That is from subs, resubs, pledge on Patreon, cheer, tip, host for 10 viewers or more. All of those will give you spins of the prize wheel. We have one that we still haven't done yet for Angelique. She got a pterodactyl Andrew, and I'm going to do that right now for you. Let me take off this jacket. Get on the gold jacket. Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit? All right. Looking mighty majestic. All right. This one is for Angelique. Slow flap as I rise. All right. Oh no, I forgot my other jacket. Feel free to rate that pterodactyl there. I feel like that was a 9 myself. A 9 out of 10 for that pterodactyl. I would give myself. That was a solid 9. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. I appreciate that. Solid 9. All right. Thank you, Angelique, for the sub once again. Really appreciate that. Get those subs in now, because we're not going to be here for the next 2 weeks. Also, we are at 88, I think. 88 out of 100 points, it says up there. If we had 100 sub points, we get a new emote. So that would be 12 tier 1 subs. That would be 6 tier 2 subs. And that would be just 2 tier 3 subs. So keep that in mind. Might be able to get that next emote pretty soon, hopefully. All right, moving on. This is something I kind of wish I had somebody with me for. So let's see. Who do we got here? Got Brad in there. Got Moofy. I feel like Brad is not the person to get on this because he's not from America. And this, I feel like it's more of an American issue that we're about to discuss. So I'm going to bring Moofy back on. Let's bring Moofy back on here.
Brad.
Moofer!
Oh, I'm back. Okay.
You're back. I'm bringing you back on because this next story feel like we need an American for. I was going to bring Brad, but we need an American.
Well, let's see what I can do with a
You're back. I'm
Canadian,
bringing you back
with my
on.
Canadian self.
We just got a sub as well, it looks like. Who was that from, though?
Well, that's Tobes, I think. No, Tobes gifted Lucifer Belmont.
Tobes with the sub gift. Every time, man. I swear to God, I feel like every stream anymore, Tobes is getting those sub gifts handed out. All right, so let's do this story, and then after that, we're doing 2 wheel spins, one for Tobes and one for Lucifer Belmont. Thank you so much for doing that, Tobes. And to Lucifer Belmont, congrats, man. Welcome to the sub community. You get access to a lot of perks, like the badge, like the emotes, like audio hooks, like being able to get M bags and all that. So all of the sub perks are listed on our profile if you guys want to see them. All right, so let's get into this first story of the level update. Of course, first we got to get that level update intro music for you guys. All right, Moofy, let's talk a little bit about net neutrality.
Oh yes.
It is in danger, guys. In danger. IGN writes, yesterday, federal regulations voted to repeal landmark Obama-era regulations overseeing broadband companies such as AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon, paving the way to allow these internet service providers to speed up some websites, slow down others, and charge additional fees for higher quality, bandwidth-intensive services, or even certain content. The federal government will no longer regulate internet service as if it were a utility like phone service. The 3-2 one-party line vote is expected to rapidly transform the internet service market. The FCC also voted to prevent future FCC members from reversing the Republican-driven ruling. Jit Pai, the guy on screen right now, this douchebag that you can see on screen right now.
I'm gonna punch his face.
This guy, the FCC chairman and former Verizon lawyer and lobbyist, has championed deregulation in order to demonstrate the type of content that should be throttled down. Mr. Pai indulged his inflated ego by releasing a video that showed him dressed as Santa, wielding a lightsaber and playing with a fidget spinner. In the video, Pai mocks his critics and defends his decision to repeal net neutrality rules. We are helping consumers and promoting competition, claimed Mr. Pai. All right, let us begin. First of all, this guy my God. I had no idea who this guy was, and then I watched his video, and now he is my sworn enemy.
You know, and I've been looking at some of the things I've been watching what he's been saying about net neutrality and stuff, and of course, and all I gotta say about it is bullshit.
Yeah.
What's gonna, and the ISPs too, what they've been saying is all bullshit. They're gonna, it's like, you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna use this to try to grab as much money out from the general public as possible. And fortunately, as a Canadian, this doesn't affect me directly, but a lot of our internet traffic does go through the US, so we will feel the effects to an extent.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's really, who benefits from this besides, like, maybe people in higher up positions, maybe making $150,000, $200,000 a year. Who benefits from this?
Corporations.
Yeah,
obviously.
like that's it. Like, I can't think, like, nobody benefits from this. None of us benefit from this. Like, I just don't. Here's the thing: Congress still has to pass it, right? So there is
Right.
still a chance. Contact your local congressman or whatever, congresswoman, and get the word out there, get what you want to say out there, because there's still a chance that this will be turned down, because it has been turned down before. And as you heard there in the story, what's really dangerous about this is that they're putting something in place to make it so that can't be reversed in the future. So that is why it needs to be shut down now, before this goes through, before guys like this douchebag Ajit Pai get to be condescending assholes some more. Because that's all that was. That video was just nothing but condescension. Acting like
Silly.
the only thing people use the internet for is looking at pictures of puppies. Like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Just get off my screen.
It's just silly. I remember this being such a scare back in the late 2000s as well. Not just because that'd be a long story, but it was really scary for a sec there until Obama came in and said, yeah, no, net neutrality is the law of the land here.
Yeah, because it started up during the Clinton administration, I want to say, right?
Bush.
During Bush, okay. So it's been around for a little while, but it was in danger at one point before, and then Obama did the right thing. But
because I think Virgin UK tried splitting their packages into tiers a while ago, and that started a huge debate. And then I think the EU stepped in and said no, and then the US stepped in and said maybe. Up here, we're lucky to have Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who's on the side of net
Right.
neutrality.
Right.
But yeah,
It's cool to see so many websites all coming out, Netflix or IGN or whatever, all coming out, GameSpot, and talking about net neutrality and, doing what they can to protect it. So cool to see people banding together. I honestly do think it'll get shut down once again, but it'll really
We'll
suck
see.
if it doesn't.
I'm remaining pessimistically optimistic.
Okay. That's a good stance. That's always safe.
There's only so much I can do from up here, unfortunately.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You Canadians, man. You and Derek.
Yeah, we just sit back, we're just talking our strange accents and eat teen, eh?
Eh. All right, Movie. Thanks for joining me again, man.
Alrighty.
All right, take care.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right, let's bring Brad on this for this one. Let's see if Brad can talk about this subject here. How you doing, Brad?
Oh, go! Oh!
Yep, it just happens just like that. You don't have any warning. You are on the show,
I think he left.
and then he left. What just happened?
He ran.
He ran? Did he literally just run and mute his mic?
He just disappeared.
He literally put himself back in the Discord queue and then muted his mic.
No, I'm gonna go hop in there and see what happens.
Something must be going on where he does not want us to hear something going on in his neighborhood.
I'm gonna go check.
He said invite me back. All right. Bradley, turn back on your mic. Your mic is muted. This guy, Bradley.
Me?
There
Me?
you go. What the hell was that?
I left. I ran away.
You ran away? The hell, dude?
I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm kidding. Welcome to the show, Bradley. Welcome back, and thank you for the sub tonight.
Hi. Hey, welcome.
Miss Bell said something in the background, Brad. Something you didn't want us to hear.
No.
You sure about that?
Yes.
All right.
Nothing weird. Maybe.
All right. I'm just gonna move on from that because I'm not sure I believe you, Brad. But I do want to talk to you about a certain Twitch streamer that was in the news this week. Did you hear about the whole story with Dr. Disrespect?
No.
Do you know who Dr. Disrespect is?
I've heard the name.
All right, so he became like this huge Twitch sensation this year. He's a persona Twitch streamer where he puts on the mustache and the 80s hair and acts like an action hero.
Yeah.
And,
I've seen him in, was it PUBG, wasn't it? I think.
yeah, he would play PUBG pretty often. Very entertaining streamer. Millions of followers, if I remember right, at least 1 million. And then also became the trending gamer at the Game Awards, something that seems to be becoming kind of like a Madden curse, where if you become the trending gamer, things are going to go wrong for you in the near future. Because things did go wrong for him by his own doing. He came out on Twitch, said that he's taking a break from streaming because he cheated on his wife and needs to repair their relationship. So this guy is at the height of his career, 1 million+ followers, making bank, making so much money off of Twitch, and it's got to potentially throw it away because he cheated on his wife. And he also has a kid, too, on top of that. How do you feel about that, Brad? Tell me how you feel about that.
Wow. Really? I have no words.
Do you feel like he did the right thing by leaving Twitch?
I think if he cheated on his wife, he should just quit Twitch and then try and get it repaired. I would think try and repair that more than do Twitch.
Right.
Because I think, because Twitch obviously takes a lot of your time, and you probably have no time for his wife and kids. So I think he has to quit Twitch so he can repair the damage he's done.
Sure. Now, why do you think he actually came out on Twitch, though, and went that personal with it? Like, because he could have just went on there and said, personal things are happening in my life. I can't stream for the time being. I need to take a break from the website, work on something that's personal to me, and just left it at that. But instead, he specifically said, "I cheated on my wife. I messed up. I'm an idiot. I need to fix things." Like, why do you think he went that personal with it?
Maybe because the guilt was just eating him away, and he just had to say it. Maybe I'm thinking because like that's very bad, and I just think the guilt kind of was eating at his soul.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just had to. He had to spill it. It had to spill. He had to explain why he's leaving. Because a lot of people leave Twitch, say, "Oh, family reasons," and don't explain why. So maybe he's trying to help his fans understand why he's leaving Twitch and kind of maybe
Right.
get a bit of help from them as well.
We were talking about this last night on Building the Show, and Joey said that maybe he considers his viewers like family, and he feels like he owes it to them to let them know what's going on in his life and why he's leaving, as opposed to just being like, "See you guys, something going on that I'm not going to tell you about. That's all I'm going to give you." I think that's part of it for sure. I think there's multiple parts to this. I do think that he was scared of this coming out not by his own doing. I think that there's a possibility that the person that he cheated with is somebody that's also potentially a streamer, somebody that's in the industry, or this or that, because he might have cheated on her at the Game Awards. He might have cheated on her at TwitchCon, with another streamer. Events that happened recently. So maybe he felt like, okay, let me do damage control here, get in front of it, and in the process, turn this more into a potential redemption story, as opposed to me being caught with my pants down and this blowing up in my face in the worst way possible. So that's maybe a little more of a cynical view on it, but I do think that honestly is part of it. And then the other side of it might be maybe his wife wanted him to actually come out and say this, like be like, "Hey, you cheated on me. You're going to be honest with your fan base. You're going to tell them what you did, and we're gonna work on this." Maybe she felt like he owed that to her, and he did, honestly. So maybe that was the third side of it potentially.
Seems like that could be a possibility. His wife finding out was, oh,
A lot of people are just like, "He's done. I'm done with him. He's a scumbag, forever a scumbag. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I'll never watch him again." I think that's a little extreme personally. I
that's
think
too much.
everybody's a human being. Everybody makes mistakes, some much worse than others. I think this is a very, very bad mistake. This isn't just a girlfriend. This is his wife. It's not just his wife. It's the mother of his child. That's pretty much as bad as it gets when it comes to cheating. But hopefully we don't know the whole story here. Like, how did he cheat on her? Was it an affair? Was it an ongoing thing? Was it I got drunk, stupid one time at the award show. I was out of my mind and cheated on my wife. There's different echelons to cheating, some worse than others, and we don't know the full story. So I'm not ready to call this guy a complete scumbag and say that he doesn't deserve to ever come back to Twitch and no longer deserves success. It's his personal life. He didn't even have to tell us this necessarily. He could have kept it personal. So I'm not like that, where I'm going to be like, this guy deserves to die and he should never be back on Twitch. I think that's extreme. I just think, for me, I didn't really know this guy that well. I'm just like, that was a scummy thing to do, dude. You messed up royally. You deserve everything that's coming to you right now. But I hope for you that you can repair your marriage. I hope for you that you've become a better person as a result, and that you can turn this into a strong redemption story and come back to Twitch and hopefully hold on to some form of fan base and have success again. Because everybody deserves a second chance to an extent, and that's how I feel about him.
Yeah, that's why I think everyone deserves at least a second chance.
Right, to an extent, right?
Everyone's a human being. Stuff happens. It could have been helped, might not have been helped. Stuff happens, and just try and plow through it, get through it, and yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. All right, Brad. Thanks for coming on, man. Sorry to ambush you with that. I wasn't sure if you knew about that story or not.
No, I didn't know, but I have seen a few of his things. I knew who you were about.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear the story.
Well, thank you again, of course, for the sub tonight, man. Really appreciate that.
That's all right, and I'll probably be here more, maybe. I'm not sure, because obviously UK time.
Of course, yeah.
So.
No worries, man. Well, if you are sticking around towards the end of the show, I don't know how long you're sticking around tonight, but we will be opening the door, so maybe we'll welcome you back on at the end of the show.
Yeah, I'll be here at the end of the show. I've got nothing on today, or tomorrow.
Okay, cool, man. We'll talk to you later then.
Okay, then.
All right, see ya.
Level up.
Level up.
Woo.
All right. So I got a poll for you guys, actually. I forgot to put it into the chat. We're going to be doing a new way of doing polls moving forward. Oh, God. Just forget I said that. Just going to ignore the whole poll thing. If you guys want to know why I'm laughing, check out last night's stream. Just a whole bunch of sexual innuendos last night that were out of my control. Did not mean for it to happen, but it did. All right, so we got a new way of doing polls, and you'll see it right now, I believe. Let's see if it works. It should pop up in the upper left-hand corner of the stream. And it did. There you go. Wow, did people already start voting on this? We might have to clear the results. Hold on a sec. Let's start the poll over, because it looks like we need to reset. We need to reset the stuff from yesterday, because we were testing this out last night. All right, let's restart this again. Here is the poll, guys. So it is now exclamation point vote space the number. It could be anything from 0 to 4. If you look closely enough, you will see up there the actual message that it says. If it says exclamation point vote space 0 or 1 or whatever. So that way it's visible on screen and you guys can vote on it from the chat. Until the extension allows for you guys to vote on it from the chat, we're going to do it this way, because I don't like that you guys can't vote from the chat, and I think not as many people are voting as a result, so I don't enjoy that. But anyway, the question was, excuse me, how do you feel about Dr. Disrespect following the news? A, I don't care about his personal life. Come back. B, it's shameful, but doesn't affect my enjoyment of him. C, I hate what he did, but I respect the apology. D, he's lost my respect and I'm done supporting him. Or E, I don't even know who he is. Let us know in the poll. My throat's starting to get scratchy. Too much talking. All right, moving on. All right, let's see who we got. Guys, don't forget, Discord is active. You guys can get on Discord right now. Discord.gg/TheLevelUpNetwork. Get into Discord Night Q if you are a sub or a patron, and you might come onto the show. Joey, will you join me maybe for this story here?
Yeah, go for it.
You feel like you can?
Let me pull up the. Do I need to pull up the thing?
I'll read off the story. I don't want you to, be speaking too much, but I figured I could bounce off you with this one here a little bit.
Let's do it.
All right. So PUBG has passed 1 million players in just 48 hours on the Xbox One, and not just that, it's now going to be bundled with the Xbox One X for this holiday for free. So that's pretty cool. But there's another side to the story, which is that it just released early access on Xbox One and Xbox One X, and you guys can see on screen right now some of the disastrous stuff that is happening in this game on Xbox and Xbox One X. Let's see if there's any comments on that here. And of course, they're coming out with the new map pretty soon and all of that. But in general, I just want to talk with you about the state that this game is in right now, that you can see on screen right now for PUBG on Xbox One, especially the OG version, not the X version. It's a little better on the X. Do you think that this is okay for even a game in early access to release like this? One that you have to spend money on?
It's really not. I mean, like, when we buy games on Steam and it's early access, we're prepared for, things like this, like glitches and images not rendering. Like, we're okay with that. Like, even now when I play PUBG, I don't put it on max settings because it just runs better on lower settings and you don't need to have it. The console wasn't prepared for PUBG, but it needed it. And then Microsoft saw an opportunity to, port PUBG to the Xbox and say, people are going to love this and they're going to want it. They're going to buy it. But PUBG was not ready for this yet. Like, that's not what it was supposed to be. It should have been perfected first on PC, eventually ported to Xbox. It's fine. But this was way too soon. They should not have done this.
Yeah, and it's the problem for me is that it costs you $30. This is a retail release.
Yeah.
You can buy this game in stores. Any game that you can buy in stores should not ever look like that. And
Absolutely.
The fact that it's pretty common even for it to have these issues is just mind-blowing to me. Supposedly, it's very low settings. If you're playing on Xbox One, you're basically playing the game on very low settings from the PC. Why? How is that even possible? The game is not that impressive. How are they this technically inept at Bluehole that they've had this long, and they've had people from Microsoft themselves, people from the coalition, people joining the project to help out, and still this is the result that we get from the game.
I think they just kind of wanted to see, and this is just my personal stuff like this. They will have it out for a long time, and it may not necessarily be the final version of the game, even if it's out there for the longest time. Like DayZ, back when it first came out,
Right.
was in early access forever, and it never really got to that point where it blew up into this big thing, but people started losing interest. PUBG has this opportunity to remain in like this long-lasting sort of beta testing phase. Even though you purchased the game, they're still working on it, and when it's finally finished, it's gonna be amazing. So it was actually kind of surprising to me when I heard that they were gonna port it to the Xbox, because when I bought PUBG, it was still in early access. They give you a very fair warning on Steam that when you buy it's in early access, you are
Right.
to expect glitches, bugs. Console players didn't know that. Like they didn't get the final version of the game. They just thought they were getting PUBG, the popular PC game that everybody's been talking about. And this is so unfair to them because they're paying money for the actual game unless they can release an update or a patch in the future to fix the graphics. It's going to piss off a lot of people. It's not cool what they did.
Right. And the chat said, "I have no desire to play PUBG." Is the most votes, actually. I'm a little surprised at that, considering how big the game is. But yeah, I'm with you, because the general consumer, a lot of the guys that are going to be buying this game this holiday that have heard crazy things from the 20-something million people that are playing it on PC, 3 million concurrently a day, they don't know what early access is. They're going into the store, they're seeing that it says early access on the box, but they're probably just thinking, oh, this just means that, it's going to be updated in the future. Like, they don't,
exactly.
they're not thinking they're going to jump into this game and they're going to have insane, input delay on their controller, and they're going to have moments where the map doesn't load for 30 seconds and shit like this. I'm sure the game is still enjoyable. It's PUBG. It's probably enjoyable, but it's not an excuse for it to be put out this way.
It's unfortunate because I'm sure console, they watch streamers play it on Twitch and they want to have all of what they're seeing. And obviously not everybody can afford gaming PCs or, a machine that can run certain Steam games. So they are living vicariously through Twitch. They finally get an opportunity to play it on their console and they get this.
Right.
It should have just stayed as a PC exclusive. Like, I feel like it's meant to be played on the PC, and I'm sure you can have fun playing it on the Xbox, but that was kind of a weak move. They saw a really popular game that was blowing up faster than any game's done in a while and said, if we do this, we're going to make a lot of money, but at the expense of like the respect of your consumers. It's just messed up.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think that in the long run, it's not going to really hurt them that it came out this way. We know about it, like the hardcore gonna be like, that was shitty, like this just looks so terrible. But when it's it's being played by 20 million people next year, it's probably just gonna be brushed under the rug that it ever was in this state to begin with. And I do think it will eventually come to PS4. And I hope that it's eventually in a state that it's similar to at least medium to high settings on the PC, I would hope. Because Xbox One X and PS4 Pro are certainly capable of that, as we've seen with their games. It just really is becoming more and more apparent that Bluehole is, I don't know, like if they are just not adequate or they don't have enough people. Because Fortnite, man, like that game, they figured out they wanted to do that mode, and 3 months later, it's in the game. Well, a week later, it's being updated. A week after that, it's got better menus. Like they just are so much more efficient at Epic Games.
They do that so fast, man.
So fast. It's insane how fast that'll happen, which makes me wonder how many games we're going to see in 2018 that have a Battlegrounds mode, because it was added so quickly into Fortnite that all the AAA devs could probably do something similar in a similar time frame, where 3 to 4 months they can get the mode into their game,
Yeah.
And why not? I mean, if it's going to do what it did for Fortnite, where it went from 100,000 people playing concurrently to 1.3 million people playing concurrently, like who wouldn't spend the 3 months of dev time to get that into their game?
That's where they saw that opportunity. They saw PUBG and they're like, and to do this, let's make Fortnite, and they did it. And they just, I wouldn't say they surpassed PUBG, but I think it's kind of like,
In ways they did, I think.
No, yeah, I absolutely agree.
in certain
It's
ways,
just,
not always.
it's just it sucks because like it doesn't mean that PUBG is a bad game or it's any less fun than Fortnite is, but Fortnite they saw an opportunity and they took it and they're winning right now.
Right.
But all the people that play PUBG and are still fans of it obviously are still gonna play. Like I don't really play Fortnite that much. I've tried it. I don't hate it at all.
Uh-huh.
But I find myself playing PUBG more than I do Fortnite just because I started with PUBG.
Yeah, that makes sense. And in consensus right now, PUBG is faring much better than Fortnite. Even though Fortnite's doing great, it's still
Yeah.
double plus the amount of people on PUBG as opposed to Fortnite. But Fortnite is gradually trickling higher and higher, and I think it is scaring those guys at Bluehole a little bit, and we're going to be talking about that in the next part of the level update. But thank you, Joe, for sticking it out with me there, man.
No problem, man.
All right. Rest your throat. All right.
Back to my hot toddy.
Yeah, back to your hot toddy. Making me say it again, these dirty words.
It's a real thing, I promise.
I'm looking that up after the show. Purple Uni says, "Hi, I am new, but I hope I can be friends with you guys." You're already friends with us, Purple Uni, by being here. Welcome to the show, man. Hope you enjoy the stream. Hope you stick around. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm gonna gift this sub to Nate Dogg. Oh, we gotta do two wheel spins still, don't we? For Tobes and who was the guy? Tobes, who'd you gift the sub to? We have to do 4 spins now, don't we? So we have to do a bunch of stuff. But first, let's gift this subscription to Nate Dogg. Happy to bring you into the upper echelon of our community. Come on. Securely logging you in. All right. And there you go. Thank you for the host, Mermaid Laura. And there you go, Nate Dogg 24. Now with the sub. And Mermaid Laura, welcome to the stream. Very nice to have you. All right. I am correct, right, guys? That we didn't do the spins for Tobes? Oh, Jameis, thank you so much. You guys are really extending the stream now. I need to look back at our list here. Hold on a sec. Let's see. So we had the subscription from Iming T, Angelique. Tobes gifted a tier 1 sub to Lucifer Belmont. That was it. And I don't think we spun for that. So we got to do 5 wheel spins. 5 wheel spins. But let's start the show back here. We got an hour and 38 minutes left thanks to all these subs coming in. Guys are extending the stream. Subs, cheers, and tips all extend the stream timer, guys. All right. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 199. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are new, I'm Andrew. Welcome to the community. Very nice to have you. If you're liking the stream, all you gotta do is hit that heart button here at twitch.tv/the Level Up Show. I will do my best to give you a shout out. And of course, make sure to turn on those notifications so you get alerts when we go live. Subs, resubs, pledge on Patreon, cheer, tip, host for 10 viewers or more. All of those will give you a spin of the prize wheel and might add on to the stream timer as well. We're about to demonstrate the prize wheel right now because we got 5 of them to do. The first one is going to be for Tobes because he gifted a sub. Oh wait, Costume Chest Mike is what it was supposed to be, but we gotta spin again because Mike's not here. So this one is for Tobes for his gift. And looks like I'm putting on a costume now. Alright, so I gotta put on a costume. And this one is for Lucifer Belmont. Let me go grab something. What is it? Oh my god! We're giving away another subscription gift. Alright. Alright. Let's see. There we go. Ow. Kind of hurts. I clipped it to my hair. Oh my god. Bogey. Hey. You scared the hell out of me. Ow! That hurts! But I'll deal with it for 5 seconds. Holy crap, that hurts. Alright, so we're going to have to do another raffle giveaway. Let's just start that up now while we do some more wheel spins. Alright, hold on a sec, guys. Giveaway. Where are you at, giveaways? There we are. Alright, reset. Alright, another sub gift giveaway. You guys got 2 minutes. All you got to do is type in !raffle. If you are not already a sub, it is for non-subs only. Please. We want to bring new subs into the tier so they can experience the perks. So if you are already a sub, please do not type !raffle. And we're gonna give a spin now. Let me see who is next. I forget. After that was my gift to Nate Dogg, and then it is Dirty Habanero and Mike Gamer. So this one is for Nate Dogg. Mike Gamer, you're already a sub. You actually got gifted a sub just now by Dirty Habanero. But if Mike wins, well, let's see. Maybe I can remove Mike. Hold on one sec, guys. No, I can't remove Mike. If Mike wins, we'll redo the raffle. Don't worry, guys. All right, Bean Boozled. I'm being Bean Boozled. I'll do that. This next one is for Dirty Habanero. Dirty Habanero. Getting that gift, Mike Gamer. 10 XP to Dirty Habanero. I'll do that myself. Dirty Habanero. Ah, I forgot the 5. Oh, it's 10 XP. It's 5. It's 10 XP. Sorry about that. Dirty 10. There you go. 10 XP to Dirty Habanero. Another wheel spin. This one is for Mike Gamer. Mike Gamer. This one's for you. 25 XP goes to Mike Gamer. Wallet add Mike Gamer 25. There you go for Mike Gamer. And now we get to reveal the winner of the raffle. It is Mike Gamer. Alright, so we're redoing it, guys. We're redoing the raffle because Mike won. That's hilarious. Redoing the raffle. Giveaway is active. If you are not a sub, you can get it on the raffle. If you are a sub, please do not. If you are not a sub, type !raffle to get in on the sub gift giveaway. Alright, so we'll let that go. Hopefully the same people that entered the first time are still here. There you go. Okay, Mermaid's still here. Good. And the other one was... Who was the other one the first time? Hopefully that person's still here. Alright. Well, anyway. Gaming the Alien. There he is. I think he was the other one. 50-50 chance, you guys, once it closes down. But let's get back into the level update. Let's see if we got anybody else on Discord. Any newbies? Crazy Legs is here. Let's bring Crazy Legs on. Crazy Legs, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Got a good story
How
for
you
you.
doing?
I think one that you'll really appreciate to start up this
Oh, really?
second part of the level updates.
All right.
So, did you see that leaked images supposedly released for Kingdom Hearts 3's next world?
Yes and no. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of it. Like, I didn't really pay too much attention to it.
All right, well, I'm going to put it up on the big screen for anybody that hasn't seen it. It looks like Monsters, Inc. is, it might be the next world. We see Sora here. Thank you for the tip.
$5 bill.
I got a tip there from Miss Mel. I'll give you a wheel spin in a second. So it looks like we got Mike Wazowski in the background there. Got some type of monster-like flan-looking creature as well. And on the bottom right there, you can see that Mike is actually in your party, as well as Goofy and Sully and Donald. And this one, you can actually see Sully. You can see that Goofy has a monster appearance to him to himself. Like he actually transforms to look like a monster. Sora, we're not seeing his face, which is alarming to me and concerning to me. It makes me feel like the guy just colored his hair and did like a Photoshop. I don't know. Like based on what you're seeing here, Crazy Legs, do you feel like this is real or fake?
I would have to say it's real.
You think it's
because
real?
About time that I think it's about time that they incorporated Monster Inc. I think they're probably gonna do Monster Inc. They're gonna do probably some type of Star Wars, something along that lines.
So is this more that you feel like it's you want it to happen, or do you think that that actually is legit? Like, do you think those images there are real screens or somebody photoshopping?
No, I think they're legit.
You think
I
those are
think
legit?
that it's straight from the developer. You know, they made the images and somebody just got their hands on it and they leaked them. I think it's legit. I think it's real.
Okay.
And
I'm inclined
think
to agree with you. I think that it is real. There's certain things about it that would be hard to fake. If it is a fake, good on that person, man. Like that's impressive. A lot of work went into making that look real. For that reason, I'm going to put a poll in the chat for you guys too. Just a very simple poll. I want to know if you guys think it's real or fake. So let us know in the poll that I'm about to release. So you think it's going to be Star Wars? You think it's going to be Kingdom or Monsters Inc.? What else are you thinking is going to be in there, and what are you hoping is going to be in there, Crazy Legs?
I really, really hope that they put some type of Final Fantasy world in there, whether it be Spira, whether it be Midgar, or something of that nature, some type of Final Fantasy world along with the Final Fantasy characters that will go along with that world.
Right.
Because they already have Cloud, they already have Sephiroth, they already have Squall and Yuffie and Aerith and all of them. I think that they should incorporate probably Final Fantasy VII in there. I mean, I played pretty much all of the Kingdom Hearts.
Uh-huh.
And I loved every bit of them. I think the worlds that they had in there was really good. I especially like the Mulan ones. But as far as like the Disney world, I don't really know too many. Probably Moana. They could put Moana in there.
Moana would be the best, man. I would love to see Moana. One of my favorite Disney movies in general now. I love it that much.
So, I mean, they could put Moana in there. They could put, I don't know any Disney movies that came out recently that I've actually been wanting to see. I mean, JB Girl's been wanting me to see Moana, and I just haven't.
You haven't seen Moana yet?
I have not.
Oh, man, you got to get on top of that. You have to. You have to.
So it's on my to-do list along with, Ready Player One. So.
All right, yeah. All right, sorry guys, I was trying to get the poll to display correctly. I finally got it to work. There you go. The poll is in the chat. Do you think it's real or do you think it is fake? I saw a lot of people when it wasn't displaying correctly voting for fake, actually, thinking it's fake. But I think it's real personally. Even if it's not real, I think that we will see a Monsters Inc. world. It makes sense. I feel like that's a good one to choose from. Because I like when you get to see the characters change their appearance to fit in with the world, and turning them into monsters, that just makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I think they did that with the Lion King, didn't they? You can turn into like one of the lions.
You turned into a little lion, yeah.
Yeah.
We've already seen in the Toy Story world that you turn into like a toy Sora and all that. So I love that. I love when they change the appearance of the characters and then work around that. Yeah, it's
Right.
close. It's like looks like 40%, 60% maybe. 40% real, 60% fake.
If it is fake, good on the part that the guy did it.
Yeah.
I mean, he has major Photoshop skills. I mean, especially doing the whole Mike Wazowski and everything.
Mike
And
Wazowski.
it's just, I mean, just rendering that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be work.
As Joey said in the chat, I will echo that. It's on Netflix, so
Yeah.
very easy to watch if you're looking for someplace to watch it.
Yeah. I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm not
I've
a
only
big,
gotten around to watching it
Disney
like
fan.
200 times now, something like that.
I'm sad to say I'm not really a big Disney fan.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I'm not. I just there's a couple movies I just won't watch, and I don't know, man. Moana's like, I don't know. It's just the animations, maybe. I don't know, maybe The Rock being animated. it kind of threw me off a little bit.
Really?
So, I don't know.
I would give it a
Yeah.
shot, man. Oh god, the movie's so beautiful.
Yeah.
The tropical setting, it's stunning.
I'll definitely give it a shot, but definitely.
All right, good. I'm glad. It's a tie. It was a tie, perfect tie, 50-50 between real and fake. So that's interesting to say. 3 votes each. Let's do the sub gift giveaway. Let's see who won. It was between 2 people. It's between Mermaid, Lara, and Gaming the Alien, and the winner is Gaming the Alien. Congratulations, you are becoming the next sub for us. Let me do that right now for you. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm going to give it away to Gaming the Alien. If he's still in the room, I hope he is. Where are you at, Gaming the Alien? He is still here. Perfect. This one is for you, Gaming the Alien. Welcome to the upper echelon of our community. You got a whole bunch of stuff you can do now with your subscription. Take a look at our profile at twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow if you want to see all the perks, including audio hooks, M-Bag, monthly giveaways, links in chat, and all that kind of stuff. It should pop up any second. We're also going to give a wheel spin to Gaming the Alien as a result. Let's do that now. And there you go. And to Crazy Legs, thank you so much for joining me, man. If you're still there. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much for joining, man.
No problem, man. Level up.
Level up. All right. I gotta take this off. Oh my god, it hurts. I'll leave all the cat ears for now. But that thing attached to my hair was not feeling good. All right, another wheel spin, bringing us up to 3 hours and 13 minutes. It's gonna be a long stream tonight. Thanks to all the support and all the gifting. You guys are awesome. This one is for Gaming the Alien. Oh. Oh no! Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! I don't have a drink down here or anything. Oh. Oh no. Not the Vegemites. Alright, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to go get a drink before I do this. I have to. It's just, it's dangerous without it. It's totally dangerous. I'll be right back. Also, I think we got to give Mel a wheel spin too, right, guys? Miss Mel, I don't think we gave you your wheel spin yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. I will zoom in so you guys can see my agony up close. How's that sound? I'm surprised Vantera didn't hijack the show while I was gone with his backstage pass.
Yeah, that didn't even occur to me until now. I'm typing away.
Yeah, I wondered. I was like, Joe had to take over the show while I was gone, but you
I
did
was
it.
just talking about the Vegemite and how disgusting it was.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God,
That
it's
taste stayed with me for like a good 2 hours at least, and then the freaking handful of beans after that. It was just a bad day for taste.
it was a very bad day for Taste. We did way too much with Taste stuff. Like we need to take it easy on the bad Taste stuff next year when we do it again.
The beans were way worse than the Vegemite, though. That's a fact.
What was worse than the Vegemite?
The beans were way worse.
You thought the beans were worse? Well, yeah. You
I
know
think
what?
so.
We did a handful of beans, didn't we? Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
'cause
bad. That was
With the
bad.
Vegemite, we had the little spoonful. I like immediately swallowed it. I didn't let it sit in my mouth, so it went away after like I don't know, like an hour or so, as opposed to the beans that you were chewing on it for like 5 straight minutes, and it just stayed with us. It was so bad.
Well, I'm gonna do a Vegemite, and then I'm gonna spin the wheel for 3 more times. Holy crap! We're gonna spin for Mel for the $5 tip, and we're also gonna spin for Dirty Habanero and Mermaid Laura for getting that gift. Congrats, Mermaid Laura, and welcome to the Level Up community. Very nice to have you tonight. New viewer, now a sub as well. On a roll tonight. All right, like Joe, what do you think is a fair amount of Vegemite for me to eat?
It's really hard to say. I mean, definitely not like a teaspoon.
No, definitely
maybe
not.
like half a teaspoon.
Like, okay, so I'm gonna put it on my finger here, and this is more than I did the other night. This is considerably more than I did the other night, and that was because I also had to do it during my stream, building the show. I'll zoom in real close for you guys so you can see. That is what we're looking at here. We're looking at that much Vegemite. That slug of Vegemite there. I hope that you feel that is the adequate amount of Vegemite. It's bigger than a bean.
Oh, I'm gagging.
I did more than a bean. All right. Oh man, this is so bad. I don't want to do this. All right. All right, here we go. Oh! Oh my God! It's so soft. So salty.
That's what she said.
It's unbelievable how bad it is. It's unbelievable how disgusting Vegemite is. Who the hell? Who eats that with their toast? And what? Like, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's atrocious. It's just one of the nastiest things I've ever eaten in my life. Vegemite. Oh. Oh, I gotta do Bean Boozled too. Son of a bitch. I forgot about the Bean Boozled. All right. Bean Boozled. All right. All right, who was that? Who was the Bean Boozled? I forget. Joey, I've got white and green here. What do you think, white or green?
I forgot what those. I didn't know what any of the flavors were. So imagine like my fear when you can't give me a handful of beans. I don't even know what the flavors could possibly be. And just threw them all in my mouth. And
Yeah,
it was like
yep.
there was fish and socks and fruit. It was just a whole bunch of
It's
blasphemous
fish and
things.
socks and fruit. It was just a weird combination. Guitar Freak says white. Alex Booster says white. I was hoping you guys would say green, you sons of bitches. You guys know white's bad. Sons of bitches. They know it
It
too.
was white. It was spoiled milk or what? Or toothpaste? Is that
There's
what
a
it was?
few white ones that are all bad. Let me tell you. Hold on. This white, like the really, really white one, is spoiled milk or coconut. Which, both of those are bad in my opinion. I don't even like coconut. So, alright. I hate all you guys. I hate all of you. Bean Boozled, for whoever this was, I don't remember. Uh-oh. What is... Oh, it's boiled milk. Oh, my... It was a delayed reaction. It took a while. No! Apple juice definitely helps to bring it down. Apple juice is a strong flavor. It's good. I like that I'm keeping Derek up at least. Hey, Ruthless, how you doing, man? I'm suffering right now. I'm just suffering. We gotta do 3 more spins.
Shame. Shame.
3 more spins. One for Mel for her tip.
Shame.
This one's for you, Mel, for the tip. Love those tips. All right, we're going through the wheel tonight, man. Really going through the wheel. Getting another lip sync challenge? No, we're not. A video game skit. How the hell am I going to do a video game skit by myself? Should I spin again? Joey, what do you think? Do I do a solo video game skit? Do I play multiple characters?
I mean, that would be funny if you can pull off different accents. But if you can't, then you should spin again.
Hold on a sec. Let me see what we got here. I can't even remember.
And people will clip that. That's a fact.
All right, hold on. Let me check out my video game skits. We did both of those already. I'm running out. I don't have any left, I don't think, really, that are... Yeah, I need to get more video game scripts. I've got a couple that I could do myself, but they're ones that I've already done before. Alright, we're going to spin again for Mel. She deserves better. I'm going to give you another one, Mel. If you guys have suggestions for video game clips or skits that you want me to do, or for us to do, definitely let us know on our Discord. We'd love to get suggestions on skits to do. Alright, we're going to be doing a lip sync challenge for Mel. I'm going to be doing a lip sync challenge. And this one is for Dirty Habanero. For another sub gift tonight. Looks like I'm doing Old Man Andrew. Oh my god, a lot of Andrews going on right now. And after that, this one is for Mermaid Laura. What does that say? Porn Stash Andrew! Alright, so I feel like I should probably be Porn Stash Old Man Andrew when it comes time. So I'll do that. Well, I do need to become Porn Stash Andrew. So let's get the mustache on. This is tough, man. These mustaches are not easy to get the freaking thing off of. How are you supposed to do this? I don't have nails. Do you have nails, Joe?
No, I usually don't.
Do you bite them?
I do.
Me too.
And then eventually, like with my mechanical keyboard, then the sound starts annoying me. Like the sound of my nail on the key.
This is ridiculous, dude. They don't give you like any way to get this thing off. That's what she said. Was I the only one that thought it?
I think we're all like dirtied out after last night.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
We're trying to keep it clean tonight.
Oh my god, they really make this difficult on you. Alright, got the one side. Come on. Got it, alright. Which way does this go? I don't even know which way the right way to put this mustache on is. Alright, I'm gonna go with this. I need a mirror. I'm gonna give you guys a good zoom in on this, actually. So you guys can see good old Porn Stash Andrew in all his glory. And also I need to look at myself. Alright. It's got like the handlebar mustache. Alright. What do you think, Joe? Beautiful?
That's my favorite thing. Like, can we get some like permanent glue to keep it on there forever?
Yeah, these things do not
This is
stick
for
well.
my anime wife, Rias Gremory. I will always love you.
Brad just went off the deep end. I don't even know what he's trying to say. Something about loving his anime wife. He's got his body pillow ready to go every night. Thank you for that tip, Brad. Really appreciate that. And also to the person who asked what kind of talk show this is a gaming talk show when we actually have the time to talk about games. We're getting a lot of support tonight, a lot of subs, a lot of tips, and we have to spin the wheel for those people. So we're a little off track, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So Old Man Porn Stash Andrew is on his way. We have to spin for Bradley. I'm going to put these up for the moment so I can see. Bradley, Thank you for the tip. We're going to add to the subathon timer as well. 5 minutes. You guys are going to max out the stream, I think. We're at 3 hours and 23 minutes. 3 hours and 30 minutes is the max for the stream that I set. So you guys are getting there, man. You're probably going to have it happen tonight. All right. This one is for Brad. We're running out of stuff on the wheel. You guys are going through the wheel tonight, man. Oh, Google Translate. That's such a time consumer when you don't have a second person. Son of a bitch. I might have to do that during commercial break. That's what I'll do. During commercial break, I'll come out with the Google Translate. All right. Thank you for all the support tonight, guys. You guys are all amazing. Appreciate every single one of you. All right. Who do we got on Discord? Let's see. Anybody we haven't had on here yet? No, we got everybody. Joey, let me ask you something. Are you a fan of Adventure Time?
I love Adventure Time.
All right. Then you're talking with me about this story. I'm sorry.
No problem.
All right. So Adventure Time, you might have heard, is getting an open world game.
I'm so excited for that.
So you did hear about it?
Yeah.
There's no trailers or video yet, right?
No, not that I found.
We got a couple screens that we're going to put up on screen right now for you guys. I will do this as Old Man Andrew and Poor Stash Andrew at the same time.
GameSpot writes, a new game based on Cartoon Network's popular animated series Adventure Time is coming to home consoles and PC next year. Titled Adventure Time Pirates of the Icaridion. The game is an open-world pirate adventure published by Bandai Namco. In Pirates of the Icaridion, players can take control of many fan-favorite Adventure Time characters, such as Finn, Jake, Marceline, and BMO, and explore the various kingdoms of the land of Ooh, which have been cut off from each other by a flood. Finn and Jake can navigate the world in their own boat and recruit other characters to be a part of their crew. You can see a gallery of some nice-looking screenshots from the game up on screen right now. Bandai Namco has shared in details about Pirates of the Caribbean's plot, but the game will feature an original story, and Finn and Jake have to interrogate other characters for clues during the course of the game. Bandai Namco says the game will also boast tactical combat and a progression system for your heroes. Adventure Time Pirates of the Caribbean releases on PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PC in spring 2018. Beginning today, which was December 15th. Developer Outright Games is holding a competition to name Finn and Jake's ship in the game. What do you think of that, Joey?
What was this? What is this, Old Man Andrew, or is this old porn?
This is old Porn Stash Andrew right now. Porn Stash Andrew. Yeah.
It sounds so much worse, like on Discord.
Oh, I'm sure you love it, Joe. I'm sure you like it a lot.
Oh my god! Like, yeah.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
Okay. What are we talking about?
We're talking about Adventure Time. What do you feel about that game there, Joe?
I'm really excited for this game. I love Adventure Time and I like open world games, and since I've been using my Switch so much more, I would love to have it on there till I take with me to play.
You're gonna have to tell me though, like, what the hell is Adventure Time about? I have no idea what the hell Adventure Time is. You gotta fill me in, man.
It's just it's about two characters, Jake and Finn, and they go on random adventures.
That sounds
That's
beautiful.
It's literally all it is.
That sounds lovely. I love it.
I don't love this.
What's wrong, Joe?
I want this to be over.
All right, Joe, I'll let you go. You can get out of here. Fine. Get your ass off freaking Discord.
I can't handle that combination, man. Old Man Andrew, sure. Porn star, sure. I can't deal with the combination of.
I'm not sure why Porn Stash Old Man Andrew sounds like this, but it does.
Now you're starting to get like angry now.
I don't know what I am exactly, but I'm a porn man and I'm old and it just comes together like this, I guess.
You just sound really resentful that you're no longer a porn star. Now you're just an old man.
Oh, my glory days are behind me. What can I say, Joe? I get a little bit
delirious sometime, a little senile, and it bothers me, man. I don't know.
Oh, Johnny, I'm not in any character right now, Johnny. I'm just trying not to lose my shit.
Oh, Miss Mel, she thinks it's kind of hot. I'm not surprised.
Mel needs to come on Discord so that she can hear
Get
what it's
on
like
Discord,
this
Mel.
That's
Come on,
intense.
Discord. Get your ass over here.
Oh my god. Like I'm
Yeah.
covering all my crevices. This is-
You're covering up your crevices. Joe,
it just
that's
feels safe right
unnecessary.
now. Nothing feels safe right now.
All right. Well, anyway.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I just saw that
God,
face to
what
Kristen.
happened?
I don't know. So you just got possessed by a porn star.
That was so weird. Where am I? Oh, my
Oh,
Lanta.
man. How do you explain to Chris in the morning that you were possessed by a retired porn star?
She'll just never see it. She doesn't get to see this.
That was intense.
She would be so
Where's
confused.
Kelly, man?
She would just be
Where's
like,
Kelly?
who are you? She never sees me act like this. So, all right. So somebody did something. I think I got to do another spin. I think I got to take a look at the at our events because I feel like I missed something during my porn stash old man Andrew days. Where is it? All right. All right. What was it? Oh, it was Miss Mel donated $7 for some reason. Exactly 7. She was turned on, so decided to tip. Oh, she did it because she wanted to maximize the stream length. That's why. All right. Well, that is gonna do the trick then. Subathon timer. Add 7. And there we go. We have maxed out. Never mind. Did I type that wrong? I typed it wrong. Subathon timer add 7. There we go. We are maxed out. The stream does not get any longer than 3.5 hours. That is the max that I'm willing to do tonight. So we hit our max. Thank you guys. You did it. You maxed out the timer. I'm staying here the whole length. I went for length, says Mel. Poor Sash Andrew can give you that. All right. We got to move on. I can't do this. All right. We got to do a wheel spin, though, for Mel. All right, we got 4 things left on this wheel. What's it going to be? 5 things left on this wheel. And what is that? Video game charades. We're doing video game charades. Mel, whisper me with a video game title or a video game character, and I will do my best to do video game charades. Unfortunately, I can't control the free cam and do charades at the same time, so I guess I'll just have to kind of do it here. Oh my. All right, moving on. Let's get back to the show here so we can actually get a story done. Oh, we got one more here. And Joey, feel free to jump in on this at any time if you want. Because it's another PUBG story. As we were talking about PUBG earlier, of course, over 1 million players on PUBG in its first 48 hours. And they're going to be bundling it with Xbox One X this holiday. Mel just gave me her character, and that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a real tough one. I'll do my best, though. But going on with another PUBG story here. Brendan Green, PUBG creator, says that games need better protection moving forward. From copycat titles specifically, I think we all know what he's referencing here. Quote, I want other developers to put their own spin on the genre, not just lift things from our game. Excuse me. Brendan says, I want this genre of games to grow. For that to happen, you need new and interesting spins on the game mode. If it's just copycats down the line, then the genre doesn't grow and people get bored. There's no intellectual property protection in games. In movies and music, there is IP protection, and you can really look after your work. In gaming, that doesn't exist, and it's something that should be looked into. Some amazing games pass under the radar, then someone else takes the idea, has a marketing budget, and suddenly has a popular something the industry needs to look into. Or sorry, a popular something game because they ripped off someone else's idea. I think it's something the industry needs to look into. You're protecting the work of artists, basically. Games are art for the large part, and so I think it's important they're protected. This guy is pissing me off more and more and more. He needs to just shut the hell up. You're doing more damage than anything else. You sound like a whiny, entitled baby. Really. I mean, you sound scared too. You're making yourself look uncomfortable about Fortnite's success ever since it added the mode, which is what it is. It's not a genre, it's a mode. And he even says it in there. He says game mode, so he doesn't entirely disagree with that. But in my opinion, Fortnite is just different enough that it is a spin on what PUBG did. So I feel like if he's going after Fortnite here, I don't think he has ground to stand on. Also, on top of that, the fact that he came from the mod scene and now is throwing out stuff like this, it feels so hypocritical to me. I just feel like the guy is scared that his days are numbered because they can't get PUBG up to snuff quick enough, and games like Fortnite are coming after them quickly. We got a poll for you guys. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about this as well, so I'm going to load that up. Hold on one sec here. And there you go. Question being, does Brandon Green make a good point? Yes, copycats like Fortnite are shameful. B, he makes some good points, but there is nothing wrong with imitation. 3, no, he comes off as entitled and hypocritical. D, no, I think he's just getting scared of the success Fortnite is seeing. Or E, he needs to shut his mouth. He's doing damage. Real quick, Joe, what do you think? What's your take on this?
Oh, sorry. I was like watching the stream on my phone. I ran downstairs to refresh my hot toddy, and I missed like the past 40 seconds.
No problem. What do you think about Brendan Green, PUBG creator, saying that games need better copyright protection from copycats?
Honestly, I would love to see that happen. I mean, I'm not saying that like games like Fortnite are not great, because obviously it is, but
Right.
it does kind of annoy me that Fortnite is successful because PUBG existed. You know, like they did that first and it's great, but I cannot stand to
But
see
PUBG
games that are
is
like each
successful
other.
because Arma existed.
No, you're absolutely right. And like, in Daisy following probably Arma after that.
But that's what games are. Like games grow from imitation and then tiny little tweaks. The tweak with Fortnite is the base building and all that.
They do.
The fort
But
building.
it's like,
So I don't feel like if it was a straight copycat, like 100% copycat, no different at all, same mechanics, same controls, all that, yeah, 100%. But there is protection in games. There is protection for literary work. There's protection for design. There's protection for music. There's protection for all these different things. There is not something specifically that you can like patent a game mode, no, but I feel like if that were to happen, it would do much more damage than good. If somebody could patent something like Battlegrounds and say, I'm the only one that's allowed to do a battle royale mode, I think that would be a terrible thing.
no, not at all. I mean, my point is not that they shouldn't have similar game modes, but I mean the smaller things, like at least, the way you enter the game, like in PUBG, you're in the plane and then you hit F and then you drop down onto the map. Fortnite, you're like in this party flying
Right.
machine thing and then you drop down. You know what I mean? It's those things that make it look exactly the same. And I don't want to see that. I have no problem with it being a battle royale game. That's fine. You had all these other games like back when that little Overwatch and like Paladins debacle thing was
Right.
happening. I just don't want to see things that mirror each other. They can be similar. That's absolutely fine. That's how gaming's been like since I've been playing video games. Like RPGs are similar, turn-based battle games. Like there's so many of them out there. No one's got a patent on that, but you got to make it like a little bit different, in my opinion, just so I could not see the connection between PUBG and Fortnite. Like have a battle royale game. Absolutely. Like you have the building mechanic in there. That's great. I'm glad that they added something to it, but they could have changed something, the way you entered the game. I don't want to see the similarity so much to the point where it spurs an argument about how PUBG is the same as Fortnite, or Fortnite's a bite off of PUBG. I don't want to see people fighting about that, because games have been similar for years, like for a long time, but now it's getting to the point where they're mirroring each other. They're no longer just similar. They're exactly the same with a little added spice. So Fortnite, to me, when I first played it, I was a little surprised because the way you enter the game, and then once I realized there's a building mechanic to it, I'm like, oh my God, this is PUBG if you can build stuff,
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna
but at
see
the same time, like,
game.
what would you have done? Like, say you were at Epic Games and
Mhm.
you're like, okay, so the whole point of Battle Royale mode is that you have a huge map and you get to choose where you want to start. So the answer to that, if we don't want to make it like PUBG, we just put a map on screen and you just put a marker down and you pick that and you just spawn there. But that's like, that takes away something kind of entertaining about the mode. So that's what I mean. Like, why would they remove something like that just to be like, oh, we don't want to imitate them, so obviously, so we're going to remove it. But in removing it, it would have made it a less entertaining experience. It's more, more entertaining if you get to do the parachuting and you get to choose your spot on the map. So like that's where the problem comes in for me, where if you can go that far where you're like, no, we did it this way, where you parachute out of a plane and choose your spot on the map, you can't do anything similar to that. But like that is the way to do it. That's the right way to do it. If you do it any other way, I feel like it takes something away. So like that's where I feel like it's a kind of a sketchy territory where what can you patent or IP protect and what can't you? Because it gets to a point where you are going to be limiting creative freedom and just limiting the quality of games that are trying to take most of what you built upon, but add on something new and fresh at the same time.
No, that's true. But I mean, is it hard to come up with a different like DayZ, for example? It's
Right.
it's in the same category of Fortnite and PUBG, but with DayZ, you just spawned. I'm not saying that that's what I would want to see, but that's how it started. You would like a bunch of players would just randomly spawn somewhere on the map. You would have no idea where you are. There was no map in DayZ. You would have to physically find one, and even if you did, that was lucky. You had to like know where you were by memorizing the land, like the scape of the land.
Right. Yeah.
And when PUBG came out and then they came up with the mechanic of the plane and you can jump out, that's great. The fact that Fortnite did the same exact thing rather than trying something different, both things were great. I'm not saying that jumping out of a plane is the only way to make it fun, but the fact that it's exactly the same, it bothers me. It's not bad. It doesn't make Fortnite a bad game because it's a great game.
Yeah.
It's just that makes me kind of paranoid for the future. Because if game developers are just going to keep mirroring each other like that, then where's going to be the innovation? Like, what excuse would they have? They don't need to do it if they're just going to keep taking ideas from other people and saying this works because people like this, so we're going to take it.
I honestly
It gives
think that it is going to be mirrored the same way moving forward because it is, in my opinion, a game mode. In the same way Capture the Flag is a game mode and King of the Hill is a game mode. I think it is simply that, and that is why you see every first-person shooter that has an online multiplayer mode has a team deathmatch mode, a deathmatch mode, a capture the flag mode, all this, and then there's slight tweaks on that, but it's still capture the flag. You're still running to a spot. You're still trying to get the flag and bring it back to your base. It's still the same concept. It's barely anything changes, but you never complain about that because it's just that's standard. That's a mode that's in multiplayer competitive shooters. That is what Battle Royale mode is going to become. It's just going to become something that's in all multiplayer competitive shooters because that is all it should be. It is not something super innovative. I'm sorry. It's a very simple concept. You drop on a map. It's a huge map. A circle closes in. You kill each other. There's not really anything more to it than that. It's a very simple mechanic. There's other parts to it in PUBG, like building your weapons and all that kind of stuff, that are something that doesn't have to be in another Battle Royale mode. But the basic nature of a Battle Royale game, I think moving forward, will be dropping down on a map, it closes in, you kill each other. That's
You're
it.
absolutely right. I mean, now that you've said that, it makes me wonder, is that where gaming is headed? I understand that like the popularity with online multiplayer games is where it's at. That's where the money is to be made. But is that what we're doing now with games? Like we're going to have games we have that like Overwatch, for example, like it was just a team base with individual specific characters that had specific abilities, paladins, whether they came out first or after, regardless, it's that similar game. We've moved on from that already. So now PUBG came out and showed us what PUBG is. And now we're going to have Fortnite. Now, are we going to have online multiplayer games that are going to be similar to each other? Like I would like to have I mean, there's only so much you can do with online competitive games, but I also don't want developers to be focusing on, let's do the battle royale thing and then build on top of that after that. Like Fortnite has like a PvE campaign, but it didn't come out with that first. You could download, you could play the battle royale. They drew you in with the PUBG like gameplay and then said, oh, well, we also have this. So they're drawing you in with something that people know is amazing and familiar with and saying, but this is what we came up with after that. And that kind of makes me paranoid because I don't want to see that forever, or I don't want to have to wait. Now I feel like I'm going to have to wait like years for an original good new idea. Like PUBG was there.
Yeah, it always has been that way though. If you really think about it, it's not that often that you get that moment where like a new game mode comes out. It doesn't happen that often where it's a game mode that you're going to see repeated in so many games. It's not going to be all, because like something like Overwatch, it doesn't make sense because it's very unlikely they're going to create an enormous open map for Overwatch, right? Like
Yeah,
the idea for Overwatch is that it's these mostly contained spaces, and that's what the game is designed around. You need games that are designed already for the open structure, because that is what they, designed it for from the very beginning. Something like
Right.
Fortnite made sense because they had that in place, and they're like, oh, we can do this. We can just make a big map, and we add, we'll do the other functionality over the course of the next months, but we have the base there already because this is a game that's designed to be open. And that kind of is, the foundation, I think, that has to be in place. So you're not going to see it in all of them, but I do think any game that kind of has the capability to be open, they probably would be foolish not to incorporate it, actually.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm scared for. I mean, I think we talked about this in one of the past episodes about the future of single player gaming,
Yep.
because now it seems as though we're not really going to see a lot of unique, single player campaigns or stories, because now we're obsessed with online multiplayer games, and we're going to see a lot of similar games sprinkled with a little differences like Fortnite in the PvE campaign. But I don't want to see that. I don't. Honestly, I love PUBG. Fortnite's great. I'm already over it. I don't want to see people doing this thing where, okay, battle royale is what's in right now. Gaming is turning into this like trendy thing, and it's weird because even if we had like similar games in the past, like obviously there's always been like team deathmatch, online multiplayer, PvP has always been similar because there's only so many different game modes you can have. I don't want that to be the only thing that I'm seeing now, because now
Yeah.
why am I going to waste money on a game that's similar to the past two games I just played? Honestly, I could care less for Fortnite's PvE campaign. Even if it's great, I'm sure it's great, but that's not what they marketed. They didn't say play our campaign, it's amazing. They said, hey, we're kind of like PUBG, except a little better, play us. And that's what's going to happen, and I don't want to see
Yeah, because
that
that's
now.
what's working for them now. Yeah, I mean, I think
Right.
if their other mode was working for them, they probably would have kept pushing it. But I think they quickly realized they needed a jump start, and it worked for them. I mean, it good for them seeing the trend and what was going on and being able to make the best of that. And now it's a big success. I mean, we were talking earlier about how it has 1.3 million plus concurrent players, and I honestly remember when PUBG was at that not that long ago. It was maybe 4 months ago that PUBG was at that. So they've really climbed high in a quick amount of time by adding that mode. So they've got to be happy over there with the success from that. And that's been my problem with multiplayer shooters in general for the longest time, is that they all feel kind of the same to me when it comes to the online competitive modes.
Yeah.
That's why I don't play them that often. So I understand your concerns there, especially if they just keep becoming more and more similar, where it's just the same game modes over and over again. I totally understand your concerns.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys voted in the chat that he needs to shut his mouth, because even if he's right about certain points, I do think he needs to shut his mouth. It just doesn't look good from a PR perspective what he's doing right now. It comes off as fearful, comes off like he doesn't have confidence in what they're doing with PUBG. He just needs to stop. Just if protection against copycats is going to happen in the future, it doesn't need to happen in the way that he's coming out right now with the release of his game on Xbox One X and causing PR problems with that. He can do it at some other time or in some other way. I don't think this is the right time to do it. All right, moving on. We're going to get into those smaller stories that we do each week in what we like to call, hold on, I got to find it. If what we like to call Rapid Fire News Roundup. Yeah. All right, first up, we got the full November NPD results. Kept getting little tidbits, but now we got the full one. PS4 is the best-selling hardware of November. Pretty cool that they were able to get that out with the $199 price drop. Best month of sales lifetime to date for PS4. That means that they are above 1.582 million sold for November. Might be even considerably above that. We have no idea, but that's huge. That's a big month for them. Xbox One had their best November to date, which means they are around 1.3 million, which is also very solid. And Switch is somewhere in the 800 to 900K option, considering they didn't have any price drop or deals whatsoever, really. That's solid. So good for them. Everything did well this November. For software, go from 20 to 1 here. Just Dance, WWE 2K18, South Park The Fractured But Whole, Wolfenstein The New Colossus, Mario Kart 8, Breath of the Wild, Sims 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Middle Earth Shadow of War, Pokemon Ultra Moon, Pokemon Ultra Sun. Then in the top 10 we got Destiny 2, Need for Speed Payback, FIFA 18, Super Mario Odyssey, Madden NFL 18, NBA 2K18, Assassin's Creed Origins, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and number 1, as you guys might have guessed, is Call of Duty World War II. See if I still have a drink, barely. My throat is acting up again. Congrats, the Dropbot went to Iceblade, 5 XP to Iceblade. Dropbot drops something every 15 to 30 minutes, guys, so don't go anywhere. So, yeah, Call of Duty really made a nice bounce back, man. They sold, like, I want to say 4 to 5 million in November alone. So, Call of Duty is back in a big way. Moving on. Ni no Kuni on screen right now. It gets a very small delay to March 23rd. I think it's only 2 weeks. The president and CEO of Level 5 said the delay will give the team a bit more time to make sure the entire Ni no Kuni 2 experience meets our highest quality standards. It's coming along very nicely, he said, but they are adding new modes, including skirmish and kingdom modes. With innovation and new ideas comes the need to ensure everything works together in a fun and cohesive way, he said, and he's asking for everyone's patience. So a little bit of a delay there, very small. Rumor! We got a rumor about to pop up on screen right now is Burnout Paradise, which is so weird because we've actually been talking about Burnout Paradise on the show and how awesome that series and that game is and how well supported it was. Well, the remaster supposedly is going to be coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch in 2018. I would love to see that as one of my favorite racing games, actually. It's one of the only ones I've ever put a good amount of time into. And lastly, 2 more stories. Game Awards had its best year yet. GameSpot writes, this year's Game Awards event was a huge hit in terms of viewership, it seems. Organizers announced today that the show brought it to 11.5 million viewers around the world, which is up 202% from the 3.8 million viewers last year's show had that set a record at that time. 3.8 million all the way up to 11.5 million in 1 year. That's a huge jump. Massive jump. Congratulations to Jeff Keighley, man. The guy has been working so long. The idea of gaming having an award show on par with the Oscars has been his dream for such a long time. And he's making it happen. He really is making it happen. I'm very curious to see what next year hits. I mean, if they can jump from 3.8 million to 11.5 this year, God, what if he hits 20 million viewers next year? It's possible. The one thing this year that I'm sure he's got to be disappointed in was the whole thing with Joseph Fares, I think his name was. Guy who came out for No Way Out, or Way Out, I think it's called, and went on a tirade about the Oscars. That was the one moment that lowered the standards and the class of that show, and Jeff Keighley had to be so disappointed in that because he was so close to getting a classy show all the way through, and then that happened. But just 1 3-minute, crapper in the middle of that show, so not too bad. And lastly, Metal Gear Survive is getting a beta. The beta dates were announced. I forgot to put it in here if anybody in the chat knows what the beta dates are. But on top of that, we also got single-player video for Metal Gear Survive. It'll pop up on the screen in just a second here. We'll put that up so you guys can see it. There we go. It's interesting. It looks like from a mechanic standpoint, it's going to be fun because Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain was fun from a mechanic standpoint. But everything else about it looks very blah to me. I don't know. And that's maybe partially my hatred for Konami now. But just in general, everything just looks kind of neutered. Like nothing is interesting from a story perspective or even from the world perspective. Not a fan. But curious what you guys think in the chat. Are you at all interested in Metal Gear Survive? Is this something that you're willing to put aside your hatred for Konami and actually support that game? Joe, you're not a Metal Gear fan, are you?
I'm a huge Metal Gear fan, so I don't know what back like with Phantom Pain. I wanted to love it, but it was a great game on its own, but it's not the Metal Gear.
Oh, right. I remember you saying that. Okay. Yeah.
And this is going to be the same exact thing. I'm sure it's going to be a great game, but it has the Metal Gear title on it, and I want Metal Gear. I don't want this. I'm looking at the stream right now, the video, and I see this bow and arrow outside in the desert. I don't want that. I want like, Metal Gear Solid 1 or even like 3 when he was in the forest. Like, he was amazing. I don't want this, whatever this is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Metal Gear without Kojima.
It's a series that just is not what I remember it being. It took such a hard turn. Even with Phantom Pain, which Kojima was on, it didn't feel like Metal Gear. And it's kind of a trite statement, but it was a good game, but not a good Metal Gear.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would say, well, what does it matter? It was a good game. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I look for in Metal Gear. And as a huge Metal Gear fan, as somebody that waits 5 years for a Metal Gear game to be released, it's hard to be not disappointed when a game you're waiting that long for is not what you expect from the series. And I think that's part of like what a lot of people don't like about the new Star Wars, which again, no spoilers, please, everybody in chat. But I keep hearing it's a great movie, but it's not a good Star Wars movie. But I think that's a little bit different. I know for me, when I see Star Wars, like I'm kind of ready for them to evolve Star Wars, at least in some ways. I feel like we're ready to move on to new characters and new themes and new vibes. Like I've kind of just been ready for that. So maybe that's just me personally. But Star Wars, I'm okay with them changing things up a little bit. Metal Gear, though, like I feel like such a staple of that was the story being so integrated into the gameplay. And with Metal Gear 5, the entire structure of the game didn't allow that. By making it mission based and that you only got a story mission every so often, all this, that completely destroyed one of the most important things to me in Metal Gear, which is the story, because you can't tell a strong cohesive story when it's piecemeal here and there throughout the story in missions that are way too far apart and for some reason padded with missions that don't need to be there. It was just such a confusing thing for me. But I digress.
I was trying to sneeze for like 10 minutes.
Just looking at lights like
yeah. I mean, I'm not excited for this at all. Like, if it didn't have the Metal Gear name on it. Like, with Star Wars, like, Star Wars is, I know, it's great. Like, The Force Awakens, I like. That was my first experience at Star Wars, like, since Disney, took over.
Right.
But it wasn't a bad Star Wars movie. It was just a little different. With Metal Gear, it's the same thing. It's still Metal Gear, but it's a little different and enough so that it doesn't feel like Metal Gear anymore. If it was any other game, it would be great. It's not what I wanted, because after playing Metal Gear as a kid and growing up all the way up until 4, like those were some seriously amazing cinematic games, and it had like the nice little references, the little Easter eggs. Like it's lacking in all that. It's not Metal Gear anymore. It's like it's Rusty Gear. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. It's just not what I want it to be. But at the same time, I understand, because of our feelings on Metal Gear, I can understand why this new Star Wars is polarizing. I don't know, like if it's 56% on Rotten Tomatoes polarizing, but I can understand why diehard fans of the series are coming out of the theater saying that it ruined Star Wars. I'm not going to be that person, but if you are so invested in Star Wars and that this movie is so different than any other before it, I can understand coming out and just being kind of upset and maybe needing time at least to digest what you just saw and cope with the fact that Star Wars is evolving. And it's not going to be built entirely on nostalgia anymore,
Yeah,
exactly. Something we need to
really
just kind of.
It's
hard for some people to let go and to accept, but it sounds like
it's really
going to
hard to appease fans that have been fans of something for a long. You can't appease the ones that have been there since the beginning, especially if the beginning treks back to like the 70s or 80s.
Right. D-Day in the chat says, "What do you think of Persona 5 so far?" I'm loving it so far. I'm a little concerned that it's going to overstay its welcome, in all honesty. Like, I feel like if all of the palaces are just the same idea, where you're going in, you're stealing the heart, you have to wait a certain amount of time, you have a limit as far as how long you have. Like, if it's just that 7 times in a row, I'm a little nervous that it's going to get redundant almost. So we'll see what happens. I'm only on the second palace right now, but so far I'm loving it. Guys, I'm going to go to commercial break a little early because I need to blow my nose, as you guys might hear, and I also need to put together that Google Translate as well. So we're going to go to the final commercial break of the night. When we come back, we got On the Spot, and we got Topic of the Week and Opening the Door. Hold on tight, Dirty Habanero. We'll be back in approximately 90 seconds, or a little bit more. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 199. This is the final episode of the year 2017. If you enjoy the stream at any point, hit that heart button here at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. I'll try and give you a shout out, of course, and make sure to turn on notifications so you get alerts when we go live. Prize wheel is still active. Anything worth $5 more will give you a spin of the prize wheel. That means subbing, resubbing, pledging on Patreon, sharing, tipping, hosting for 10 viewers or more. All of those will get you spins. The stream can no longer be extended as far as time goes, but we will still give you those Give you those wheel spins. No, sex polls. D-Day, sex polls, not sex holes. You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's soul.
What is happening to the Level Up show?
Do you know what that's from?
I don't, but it just sounds.
It's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What he's actually trying to say is you gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's soul. But he always says it too quickly, so he says you gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. It's not good. Not good. All right. Well, anyway, now that we're back, let's get on to the community-focused segment of the show. I don't believe we got any questions through the Streamlabs extension, but you guys can do that right now for this segment called On the Spot. If you want to submit a question through the extension, just go to streamlabs.com/levelupshow. There's a redemption there, or you could do it through the extension on the video player. But there's also Discord, of course. You guys ask us hard-hitting questions every week, like this person did. Dear the Level Up Show, if you could say anything you want to a CEO of a games company and have it affect them business-wise, what would it be? This came from Derek, aka the Nine Fox. Feel free to jump in on this. I'm going to drag a few people into our Discord right now. Let's see, who do we got here? Who do we got on Discord? Let's bring Crazy Legs on here, and we'll bring Brad on here too. Hey, Crazy Legs and Bradley, I've dragged you onto the show here.
Oh God! Whoa!
Hey, Brad, how you doing, man? Crazy Legs, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Brad. I don't hear Crazy Legs.
He doesn't hear you, Crazy.
There you go. I just heard him. You were just talking over him, Brad.
Oh, well, sorry. I'm British.
You're British. All right, so you guys might have just seen the question that popped up for our On the Spot. If you could say anything to a CEO of a games company, maybe one that you particularly enjoy, what would it be, guys?
What's my Doctor Who game?
To who? Who's the developer? Who's the CEO of the studio you're going to?
I don't know. A good one.
A good one. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me more than that, Bradley. What's a developer that would be good for a Doctor Who game?
Sucker
Punch.
Punch.
Actually.
Sucker Punch, maybe. BioWare?
BioWare.
BioWare would be good, right?
There's been one Doctor Who game. There's been one, but it was like a platformer. It was like a 2D platformer game on the PS3, I think.
What about Gorilla? I actually think Gorilla has shown a lot of diversity and in jumping from Killzone to Horizon Zero Dawn. I feel like those guys should be given a shot.
Do the other Red Faction too?
No, I think you're just thinking of Red Faction Gorilla. There was a
okay.
game called Red Faction Gorilla. I'm thinking of Gorilla Games, developer of Killzone and Horizon Zero Dawn. I think those guys could do a good job. What about you, Crazy Legs? Who would you want to talk to? Who's doing things wrong and you want to right their path? Or
Square Enix,
Yep.
please hire me.
Yep. What would you say to the CEO of Square Enix?
Please hire me.
Yeah, but what would you want them to do differently though?
Well, just bring back the old style of turn-based games. I mean, they did a good job with Final Fantasy 15, but bring back the old turn-based.
So here's the thing. I think that what I like about Square Enix right now is that they are willing to give that to us in the form of Tokyo RPG Factory. I don't think you might never see Final Fantasy go back to that, just because it's not going to sell 10 million copies like they wanted to if it's turn-based. It's going to sell 2 to 3 million probably, like Persona 5 does. You know, turn-based is going to limit the audience immediately, and I don't think that Final Fantasy, being the series that it is now, I don't think they're going to be willing to do that. But I'm happy that with Tokyo RPG Factory, those guys get the shot to do games that feel like Chrono Trigger and feel like those old school turn-based titles. I haven't played all the way through I Am Setsuna yet, and I haven't played Lost Sphere at all, but I would like to get around to them at some point. I'm really happy that these kind of B-tier RPGs are coming out of Square Enix. That being said, I'm totally with you. I would love to see Final Fantasy go back to turn-based. I guess I'm trying to be realistic in understanding that it probably will not go back to that. But I'm with you. I would want to say that to the guy. I would be like, come on, give us back turn-based Final Fantasy. I would also tell them to not make Final Fantasy VII episode-based. Even though it might turn out to be fine in the end, I would much prefer that Final Fantasy VII be one huge game. And even if it took them another 5 years to make it happen, I would still prefer Final Fantasy VII Remake be one full game. Even if it's $100+ to pay for that version of the game, I would pay the $100 to have it all in one disc, one cohesive experience, rather than do it episodically.
100% behind you on that one.
What the hell just happened to Bradley? Brad, what happened to you?
I smacked my hand on my desk.
I thought you stapled yourself. Sound like a stapler. I don't think Lost Sphere is out yet. I could be wrong on that, though. I don't think Lost Sphere is out just yet. It's coming out very soon. I Am Setsuna was very good from what I played. I just haven't played much of it yet. Bradley, cool down, man. Cool down. You're so loud. Pull back from the mic, Bradley. Pull back from the mic. Too close. Brad died. It's okay. Can you on with the show? What about you, Joe? Anybody you would want to talk to?
Say that again.
Anybody you would want to talk to? Any CEO you feel is doing you dirty?
No, not anybody so far right now. I mean, I can't really convince people to stop, mirroring Battle Royale, but
Yeah.
other than that, no, I actually don't really have any complaints right now. I mean, well, EA is kind of like a default given for everyone, I believe. So I'm not even like gonna get into that because I have no personal beef with EA at the moment. But
Right.
yeah, other than that, no, I'm actually okay.
Good for you. You're just a positive fellow, and I like that.
Yeah, just like playing games. Just make them good.
Just make them good. Just make them good. I'm easy to please. Just make them good. Just make it so I can play it. Make it so I can finish it. That's all I need.
Exactly.
Good for you, Joe. Good for you, man.
Make a game that won't end up in the backlog.
Guys, that is on the spot, which means that we can move on to our topic of the week. We're going to go to the subscriber-only chat. And anybody can come on Discord now because the door is open. Anybody that gets onto Discord, into Discord Night Q, if you're a sub or a patron, you can do it. Anybody that jumps on Discord, we will bring onto the show for our topic of the week. Miss Mel, I want to see you in our Discord. I want to hear you in our Discord.
Come on in.
Get in here, Mel. Who else?
Okay, I've composed myself now.
Jameis, get in here. Johnny, get in here. What are you guys waiting for? Get into Discord. Let's open this door tonight. Because we still have a good amount of time left in this show, thanks to all the support tonight. We got 45 minutes left. Jameis is a sub and a patron, so there he is. Got Jameis. Let's bring him on. Jameis, welcome to the door. Jameis?
Dirty.
There he is.
Dirty.
Dad?
Dad? Is that you, Dad? Who else? Who else are we going to get in here? Come on.
Come on, Mel. Come on.
Mel, Johnny. The door is
You
open.
can drink now.
The door is open. We're in sub-only chat. This is the time for subs.
Oh, jeez, but I'm high. According to Mel.
Oh, God. Well,
Mel,
No, I
it's
get
super easy. If you're on our Discord, all you gotta do is click on the channel called Discord Night Q. That's all you gotta do, and we will do the rest of the work. Just get into our Discord at discord.gg/the level up network. And I gotta put the role on here. Let me add a role for VIP.
I've been there, man. Like, not to ruin the PG or G status of the Level Up show, but I've watched it while high, and it's like the greatest thing in the world.
Really?
I really am.
That had to have been the greatest response ever. I don't know how to do it if I'm
No,
high.
I get
I'm
there.
high.
Well, I
Yeah.
just made Mel a very important person, which means that she can get into the Discord Night Queue. So do it, Mel. Get into Discord Night Queue, and we'll drag you on the show. No pressure, of course. There she is.
Oh,
There she
oh,
is.
wow, she showed up, dude. I would not have.
Miss Mel.
I would
Miss
not have the
Mel!
confidence to show up
You're
if I
making
was
me rich.
high. If I'm smoking and then I'm gonna show up on the Level Up show, I get so paranoid. I cannot act.
All right. Well, she's got the mic muted for now, but she'll come around. She'll come around.
I remember when I first
Either.
first.
She's laughing
was
her
on the
ass
show.
off right now.
There she is, Mel.
Oh, Mel.
If I were in her position right now, I would just be frozen. I wouldn't even be laughing or saying.
Everybody, shut up. Everybody, shut up. Mel. Yes, there
no,
she
that wasn't
is.
her. That was Brad.
What? I thought that was
That
Mel.
was Brad. No.
Oh, all right. She'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. Well, anyway, guys, what we're going to be discussing for our topic of the week is 2017. This is our last episode of the year, and this is our shot to take a look at the year as a whole, not just for gaming, but for entertainment, because this has been an amazing year for entertainment. There's been a lot of shitty stuff that happened this year. It's been honestly a terrible year for America, but
not UK
the
then.
one thing we
Touche,
can say is that we had a lot of good video games, a lot of good movies this year, a lot of good television shows, just good entertainment in general. So let's go back to the beginning of the year. Let's start with video games. Like, what were like the games that you started the year with? What came out early on in this year?
When did Horizon come out?
Horizon came out. I feel like that was pretty early this year. Horizon.
Yeah, that was
Um,
probably like probably the biggest game, or like the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy.
Yeah, those are both great releases for the PS4. Was Persona 5 this year in America?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Persona 5 was this year in America. What else started off
What?
the year?
This is gonna sound like a silly thing. When did the Switch come out? Did I get that in
That was this
2016?
year. That was this year, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Breath of the Wild then.
Dude, it's been an insane year. Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey both in the same year. How
Oh, yeah,
crazy
it's
is that?
nuts, dude. Powerhouse in this year, man. Like I don't know what they're gonna do in 2018, but they have a hard act to follow themselves.
Yeah, like what a year, because not just for games, but for hardware. Like we got the new release of, we got the not the PS4 Pro, that was last year, but we got the Xbox One X, we've got the Switch, we got amazing releases on the Switch already with Breath of the Wild, with Mario Odyssey, even with Splatoon 2. And then on top of that, PlayStation had an amazing year with a lot of titles, and Xbox had some good stuff in there too. Cuphead being one of the standouts for me that I still
Oh,
want to
yeah,
get
for
around to.
sure.
I haven't played it yet, but I'll get around to that on PC. What do you guys feel has been your favorite experience? Maybe not even just like the favorite game of the year. It doesn't have to be your pick for game of the year, but what has been your favorite moments or experience in gaming this year?
That's really hard. I mean, as cliche as it sounds, Breath of the Wild was my favorite game that I played. It's funny that you should have mentioned Cuphead because that was just the most unique experience of this year, in my opinion.
Right.
Because of the art style, the animation was like amazing. Who thought of this? Like that was just so random and out of left field. Like I saw no trailers, no nothing for it. It just appeared on Steam one day for me. And then I bought it, and it's the hardest game ever, but you hate to love it, but you love to hate it. It's just an awesome game. But those are my two favorite, like most notable games this year.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you should play getting over it, or getting over it, I think it's called.
Getting over
Get
it?
over it? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What is that?
It is the
Frustration incarnate.
most rage-inducing game ever made.
I actually haven't heard of it. I'll have to check that one out. For me, one of my most memorable experiences, and it won't be my game of the year, but definitely most memorable, was Hellblade. That game, man, the sensory experience that offered, and just the uniqueness and the innovation, it just was so different than anything else I feel like I've ever played. And it really told an amazing story and message as well. So that is a standout for me. Hellblade is going to stick with me for a long time. Another one that's going to stick with me was the What Remains of Edith Finch. Anybody else play that?
I have it in my library, but I never actually got around to playing it.
That is
Same.
both Hellblade and Edith Finch are like Game of the Year nominees for me. Like those are some
Yeah.
of my favorite games of the year. I'm not sure I would say it's my game of the year, but those
Yeah.
ones, for the fact alone that it was so different and so impactful, it's going to stay
Yeah.
with me. Like I like those kind of games. I like a game that is going to stick with me 2 years from now, where I'm still going to be able to call back to the moment I played that game and how it made me feel. You
In
know?
the sense of games like taking, cues from each other and making, similar games from past games, I wouldn't mind if future developers started making use of the ASMR feature, because Hellblade, that was the craziest thing. Those voices in your head, I don't know how you would incorporate that in other games other than Hellblade, but if they can do that, that would be crazy, because that was a hell of an experience.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love ASMR.
Oh, we know that, Brad. We know that very well. You should play Hellblade, dude. You should
will
definitely
play
play
Hellblade.
Hellblade. You will be
Oh.
in every way a wanker if you play Hellblade.
Was The Last Guardian this year, or was that last year?
No, that was last year, Last Guardian. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
Last
know, I'm with
Guardian is one that will definitely stick with me. I've been listening to the Last Guardian soundtrack on Spotify, like on loop almost at work, and it's embarrassing because every time the escape comes on, that second to last song from the game, I borderline cry at work because it just it brings me back to the end of that game and how that made me feel. And I think as some of you guys might know, it's the only game that's ever made me like really cry on stream. That game tore me apart. So that if that did come out this year, that would be definitely on my list as memorable experiences.
They just released VR for it.
Yes, I need to add that to my library because it is free, and I will eventually get PSVR. I would hope.
Yeah.
PSVR was last year, right? Though that the release of PSVR.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of coming into its own this year, especially now with the $199 bundles and all that kind of stuff. GT Sport has a $199 bundle right now just with the camera and the headset. That's amazing, man. I never thought it would drop that low this quickly. Sorry, Brad, I kept cutting you off. Go ahead.
Mine's not really. It's gaming wise, but it's not a game. It's obviously, I think you guys may know that in town where I am, a gaming cafe has opened up. It's been that for about 4 months now, and you go in there, and they've got Xbox One X, they've got PS4 Pros, they've got these high-tech PCs, 4K graphics, and that's been my highlight of this year, I reckon, because I go there like every Thursday to play like PC games, and it's just fantastic. It's great.
I think we're gonna see the comeback of arcades in a way, and not just like the typical arcade, but what you're talking about as well, Bradley. I think that something like Stranger Things even shows like the way the arcade looked in that show in the season 2 with the huge sign rotating. There's something super nostalgic about that. And the moment I saw that, I was like, if there was a place like that around here, I would totally go there. I would love to go to an
Dave
arcade.
and Buster's here. It's like an adult arcade.
Oh,
Yeah, we have David Buster's too, but there's something more special about the small arcade, you know, just like hang out with your buddies, go to a small arcade, not like the huge machines like Dave and Buster's have, just like small, you know, the cabinets, the old cabinets.
I would like
I
to
have
see
two
more
cabinets
of
in my
that.
basement.
What do you have, Jameis?
Heavy barrel and what the hell is the other one? No, I can't remember. The board fried on, or the controller fried on it, and I have to replace the controller.
It's not
Been
cheap,
like a
man.
year.
Those cabinets, they can run you a couple $1,000s, right?
Yeah, what's disturbing is I have a very good friend of mine. He lives 5 miles from me, and he has a house probably 2,500 square feet, and the entire basement and part of the upstairs has cabinets like no more than 2 inches between each of them.
Wow. His wife is very forgiving.
Oh, he's not married. Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay. I guess I shouldn't have assumed that.
That's really unfortunate. I'm really hoping my future wife is gonna let me have one, please.
Oh my God, yeah, I could never get away with that. Where the hell would I put it? Kristen would never allow me to have an
You've got
arcade
that
cabinet.
space right there. Like there's a whole room in the basement back
This whole
there.
room
That-
is filled, dude. You guys need to like. Do I need to show you again how
You know
freaking?
the space where you put the paintings to dry. That whole room.
Look
can
at
be your
that
own
room is about to
garage.
become. You can see I actually cleared out that room. I painted the walls and everything. That's becoming Evie's playroom over there. That's becoming Evie's playroom over there. The entire side of the room behind that green screen, is unusable now because the green screen is so massive. Look at that
So
green
big.
screen. It's just the biggest green screen ever. It doesn't need to be that big most of the time, but I have it that big for the times where I got it back when like, Greg and Dean and stuff were on the show, and I got it for the reason of doing like joint reactions and stuff, but yeah,
I mean, what you can do, I mean, you can probably end up using half of that and the camera. But I'm assuming, there's no doubt in my mind that XSplit has the same feature as OBS where you can crop the camera so that you don't need to have the entire wide screen available, you know?
That's what I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just showing you guys everything right now.
Oh, I was totally there. It's so freaky, man.
There's Kelly's sign over there.
I think my butt print's still in the seat somewhere.
The new clock. The Last of Us poster.
Oh, it's not. I should've
Sephiroth
taken, like,
figurine and
more
John
videos or
Locke.
something.
And we got We got Jack
like
Shepard
Colin
and
from-
Cloud over here.
Lord of the Rings, my precious.
We got Level Up Show logo. All right, that's about it.
It's a big room.
Yeah, I mean it's not a small room. It's a half basement. We don't have the crawl space over here, which kind of sucks. I wish we did. If we had the crawl space, the basement would be double the size what it is, and God, I would have so much room to do crazy shit. But unfortunately, we just have this one half of the basement.
I actually have a fun fact from the Extra Life Day that I didn't tell anybody, and surprisingly, nobody noticed. The morning after when I woke up and I went downstairs, I actually slipped under stairs.
You
And,
slept on my stairs?
No, slipped. Like I
Oh.
slipped and I fell, and like I hit them really hard, and my back was killing me. And I'm literally lying on your stairs, writhing in pain for like a solid like 8 minutes or so, until I finally went downstairs and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? Can I take a shower?"
Oh my God! Wow.
When nobody heard me hit the stairs. I'm like, "All right, this is cool. Nobody noticed."
Well, now we do know.
You felt lightly. You fell lightly.
I guess I must have.
Jeez.
Because
Like,
it was
Drew was
always
still
on the
tired
couch.
from the night before.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it is what it is. Like me, stairs and socks just don't mix.
We do have the carpet, lining the steps or whatever you
I
call
did
that.
the same thing on my own stairs the other day. It's okay.
Congratulations to Vantera, Joe. You just got a drop
What?
bot, 10 XP.
Oh, sweet, nice.
Yeah, it chose you. Anyway, another one that I want to bring up was very early in the year and kind of goes along with the whole PSVR thing, even though I didn't get to experience it that way. Resident Evil 7.
Ooh, I don't know how I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that was so early in the year that I feel like people are forgetting about it, but
Oh yeah,
that
I'm
was
dead.
that was such a great experience, especially the first 4 hours or so, when Lara was just batshit insane. Like all that stuff, like scared the shit out of me. Like those are some of my favorite clips. Are the ones of me reacting to the first couple hours of that game because I was legitimately freaking out.
No, yeah, me too. And the free DLC recently dropped, and it's okay. I mean, considering it's free, it's really fun. But when the game first came out, I was terrified because I haven't played a Resident Evil game since 6, and wasn't expecting this complete revamp. I was terrified. It took me like 3 weeks to finish the game because I was inching my way through it.
Yeah.
I'm getting in my
Johnny
feelings.
in the chat brought up Uncharted 4, but I think what he means is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which was so much better than I honestly ever expected it to be. Just because I didn't think it was going to be this full-fledged experience. I thought it was going to be a DLC like Left Behind, but it was a legitimate Uncharted game for Chloe, and that just blew me away. That was such a good experience.
I have a question as well.
Go ahead.
Speaking of this year, what do you guys think of this year's PS Plus games this year?
It's coming into its own, sort of. It's starting to get those AAA games, as some people would call them. There was 1 month not too long ago that was really solid. So we're starting to see those AAA titles trickle out, but there was also several really kind of lackluster months this year as well. It's definitely not what it was in like the glory days of the PS3, I would say.
Yeah.
Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
For
month
sure.
was a bit. I did enjoy this month, to be honest. Like Darksiders and that Kung Fu Panda game, and
Yeah, like Darksiders is great, but like Kung Fu Panda, like where the hell did that come from? That's just was kind of weird. Rick said PS Plus was the best this year, honestly. You might have to tell me a few. Like I just think back to PS3 and like releases like BioShock Infinite. Like BioShock Infinite came out on PS Plus on PS3. Like that's crazy to me. Like that game's amazing.
was Broforce this year? Was that last year?
There's been a few really good ones this year on PS Plus, but I'm trying to remember what they are. I'm sure Rick will post a few of them in the chat any second now. We might have to look it up. We have to go on the web browser and just kind of recap this year of PS Plus.
Summary.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find something.
Nier Automata came out this year too.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten around to that one yet.
I forgot about that.
2017 summary, maybe?
Well, what's that other game that came out this year? That Japanese one.
Neo? Was Neo this year?
That's Neo. Yeah, Neo.
Yeah, Neo was this year too.
Yakuza was this year, right?
Yep.
Yakuza, I still need to buy that, but when I played it on PS3, I loved it. It was probably one of my favorite games on PS3. Like, and I have to get the new ones for PS4.
Come on, where is it? PS Plus 2017 games is what I'm looking at, but it keeps going to month, like free games for November, free games for April. I want to see all of the games that came out through the entirety of 2017. Come on, that's all I want to say.
The one game I hope to God, I doubt they will, or make a new one, is make either a remaster or a new one over Onimusha.
Onimusha.
PS2.
Yeah, Onimusha would be great to see it come back on.
I love that game. I played the game so much. It's like I just suck up the souls of demons and that stuff. Oh, it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the Devil May Cry as well, and it's cool that seemingly is going to be making its comeback finally next E3. So that's good news. What's another? I'm trying to think here.
Just Cause 3 was this year as well. The free plus game.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Just Cause 3 coming out on PS Plus. That was solid. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, the guitar is put in now.
Phantom Pain was this year. That's true. Phantom Pain it was actually probably the best. Even though we were just talking about how it's not my favorite Metal Gear, but as a game, I mean that game's got a 93 on Metacritic and came out on PS Plus, and eventually on Xbox Games with Gold too. I think a few months later. So yeah, that's a big one. That's really cool that came out this year.
I think did we have Killing Floor 2? I think it was one this year. That was a good one.
That was a free one.
Yeah, never got into that.
Crazy Legs, you mentioned Little Nightmares.
Yep.
Dude.
Little Nightmares came out this year.
That game was so underrated. It hurts. That was such a good game.
I'd like to get around to that one, Joe. I don't know
really
when,
good.
but yeah. How long is it?
It's doable. Like you can finish it probably like in 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, that's great. That's perfect for me.
Yeah, it's like
Hands down
little...
Injustice 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Justice 2 was this year too, wasn't it?
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, there's been so many great games this year. It really has been. Let's go on Metacritic real quick. Actually, let's look at the top rated games of 2017. Let's see if they can do a summary.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Yeah, that came out this year. That was pretty cool.
Dead by Daylight. Did that come out this year?
Yeah, I'm looking right at it.
It's actually what I got my nephew for Christmas. I hope he likes it.
What did you get him?
Some good.
I got him Dead by Daylight on the PS4.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
All right. So
yeah, I pretty much gave up on Friday the 13th. It's not playable for me anymore.
No, I mean it was fun, but like Dead by Daylight, did it first, and that's another example of that. Friday the 13th is great, I love it, but Dead by Daylight did that game first, and it's not that I'm saying you can't make a game that's similar, but I love Dead by Daylight because it was Dead by Daylight. I don't want to play Friday the 13th / Dead by Daylight. You know what I mean?
Right.
If anything, give me like a DLC or something featuring Jason or something. It really annoyed me that they're doing that. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm paranoid that these new games are gonna come out and they're going to be so similar that they're practically mirrored. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see mirrored games. I want to see similar games, not mirrored.
Yeah.
Tekken 7 was also this year.
Real quick, because I genuinely don't remember what came out.
All right, so here's 2017. Here are the best games of 2017. Breath of the Wild is number 1. Number 2, Super Mario Odyssey. Then you got Divinity, Original Sin, Persona 5, What Remains of Edith Finch, Undertale, Mario Kart 8, Shovel Knights, Treasure Trove, Bayonetta for PC, Lone Echo, Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, Rez Infinite, Horizon Zero Dawn, Injustice 2, XCOM 2, Wolfenstein 2, Nier Automata, Cuphead, Nex Machina, Cave Story, Night in the Woods, Neo, Stardew Valley,
Yooka-Laylee, which was an unfortunate letdown.
Yeah, Yooka-Laylee was an unfortunate letdown for sure. Yeah, so those are the big ones from this year. There's definitely some good ones on there. I feel like for me, like smaller stuff like Hellblade and What Remains of Edith Finch are really going to be contenders when we do the level uppies. I'll be honest. Yeah. Like even with something like Horizon Zero Dawn and Resident Evil 7 and Uncharted Lost Legacy, I feel like those two games are going to be right up there with them for me.
No, I agree.
I always feel that Nintendo titles are overinflated by fanboys.
Which one specifically, like Zelda and Mario, Jameis?
Yeah, I mean they're good, but
you got somebody in here that's going to fight you to the death, Jameis.
I know,
I'm muting my mic on this.
Yet I own a Switch. Well,
I think I did like a video or something, or my last stream I was talking about this, like specifically with Zelda. Maybe Mario was a little similar, but Zelda, I've played Zelda since I was a kid. You know, like
Right.
the formula was more or less the same. Breath of the Wild strays so far from the formula, and it's hard to convince people of that because you just have to play it. That's all I can say. Like it's not the same Zelda. I hate that it's even a Zelda game because it's just not the same. It is completely different. And if there's an example of games that are gonna, pull examples from past games and mirror them, do it with Breath of the Wild because I want to see that. There's so much freedom to be had. But let me not even start because I'm gonna go on a crazy sick rant, and I'm gonna stop right here and give you back your show.
Yeah, I mean, I can't comment because I haven't played either yet. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, and I haven't played Super Mario Odyssey. But those will be the first two things I do when I eventually get a Switch, hopefully soon.
You should get Odyssey first, honestly, because
You think so?
can go. Yeah, 'cause
Odyssey does look good. I'm not saying it isn't a good game. I just find Nintendo fanboys are as bad as Apple fanboys.
Them fighting words there.
Them
Them
are some
fighting words. Oh man.
I also did want to add that Doom Turkey did post another PS Plus good game. It was Until Dawn. That was.
Oh
pretty good.
wow, yeah, that's a
Oh,
great
man.
one. I had already
I love
played it
that
by that
game.
point, but yeah, Until Dawn is excellent. It's a fabulous
like
game.
it.
So
I
that's a good one.
got too scared. I never completed it. I got too scared of it, so I stopped playing it.
Yeah, it wasn't really that scary though. It was about winning.
I-
Yeah, I didn't think it was too scary.
I
That
thought-
ghost at the doorway scared the hell out of me.
No,
I
the thing
think
that's going to
it
help me
definitely-
first was that stupid possum coming out that bloody chest that Jaws in the house
Okay, yeah.
at the first like section. That scared the crap out of me.
A good night to Johnny, really quick. Thank you for stopping in, Johnny. As always, appreciate you being here. Oh, what happened with the Demogorgon?
We lost.
Oh,
What's Demogorgon?
only Doom Turkey and Jay Hillard survived. Sorry, guys. What else? Do we want to stick with gaming or do we want to jump over to movies?
Evil Thing 2.
Evil Within 2, yeah, Evil Within 2 was very good. I liked Evil Within 2 a lot. I would say I liked it just as much as Evil Within 1. Those are two games I really enjoyed this year. I don't think it would be a Game of the Year contender, but
What good movies came out this year?
I mean,
besides
I can tell you.
Star Wars.
Oh, Ragnarok.
I think my favorite this year so far of what I've seen is probably Baby Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was a
Yeah,
really,
I would say
really
Baby
good
Driver is probably my favorite movie this year so far. But
I really enjoyed Mayhem.
Mayhem?
Mayhem,
The
I
one
like
with
that.
Stephen Yeun.
Oh right, yeah, I remember you talking
I
about
didn't
it.
see that one.
It's about a virus in this building, and they basically go crazy, and all your senses go wild, Mac, and you start killing everything. So like your true feelings come out, and they just beat the crap. Oh, it was so good.
How did you guys feel about Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Yeah, I was gonna
liked
bring
it.
up. This was a great movie, great year for superhero movies. You got Thor Ragnarok, you got Spider-Man, was Logan this year? Logan was this year, right?
I think so.
Logan. I think it was this year, yeah.
Logan's right there
Logan.
with Baby Driver for me. Logan is
That
close.
was amazing.
That was so good. What else was this year for
I
superheroes?
wasn't a fan of Logan.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
It.
I
Crazy legs. We
Superhero movie.
have a lot of work to do, man. There's a lot of work you and I need to do. We need to sit down and like binge watch Disney movies and watch Logan again.
What?
'Cause
Yeah,
there's no
that's
way
crazy.
You didn't like Logan. It was such a good movie.
Yeah, that's just
Oh,
like a
yeah.
legitimately good movie. That's not even just a good superhero movie. That's just a good movie. That's pretty crazy. I didn't expect that. But yeah, Logan's up there for me. Baby Driver is up there for me.
Deadpool this year.
Deadpool was not this year. No,
I think that was
No,
2016.
that was probably 2 years ago. Actually,
Speaking
where
of-
are you? Is British 2 years behind America?
I think we are. Yeah.
You guys 2 years behind? Are you still guys living in the 1990s? What's that show where they said? Oh, it was I think How I Met Your Mother, where they said that the 80s came to Canada in like 2000 or something like that. Something like that.
They're still trying to make it back from Dunkirk.
Jesus. Oh, speaking of Dunkirk, I was underwhelmed with Dunkirk. I didn't really like it that
I
much.
didn't like it that much.
Cinematography good,
Yeah.
story was not didn't.
It just
grab
it,
as well.
it was
I
all
completely
flash.
agree.
There was just not a lot to that film.
Absolutely.
I just that like again, I'm going back to the idea of like it was a good movie, but it wasn't a good Christopher Nolan movie. Like that's not what I want from a Christopher Nolan movie. Like I want him to do crazy things. I want him to tell a crazy story with crazy characters and crazy twists and turns. Like that's what I want from Christopher Nolan. I don't want this historical tale that doesn't really take any risks besides not telling a story. Like the risk of that movie is that it doesn't tell a story. It's all a cinematic set piece. That's all it is.
Why, Mel?
Trainspotting 2.
Why did you bring that up, Mel?
Wait,
Oh.
Trainspotting 2 came out this year.
Yes, it did.
I didn't get a chance to see it. And I would love to though. I love the first Trainspotting.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
crazy. It's them like what 20 years later or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I saw like the interviews and like the premiere, but I didn't actually see the movie.
As Mel said,
Did
how can we
Power
not
Rangers
mention
come
the
out this
Emoji Movie?
I
Oh, the
it did.
emoji movie. Oh my god.
Let's not even talk
Warm
about the
code, I
emoji
was gonna
movie.
say, okay.
Christ. missed
Disaster Artist just came out, I think, recently, but I haven't seen it yet.
You know what? Actually,
tearing
what I
me
did miss,
apart,
I
these-
missed I missed Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
I heard it wasn't
That
very good.
Entertaining,
No,
I
I,
enjoyed
great.
it. I
entertaining,
actually-
but not great.
love the
It
first
wasn't
one.
as good as the it wasn't as good as the first one, but I enjoyed
Sir
it.
Elton John was in it.
Oh yeah.
Who was?
Yeah, Sir Elton John.
Was it? He was in it.
as well.
Oh.
I feel like
He liked.
yeah, Elton John.
You liked Pixels, Brad? Did you just say you liked Pixels?
No,
Pixels was horrible.
I loved Pixels.
Pixels was so bad. Crazy Legs. We have so much work.
I loved Pixels.
I can't deal with this shit.
There's some weird stuff going on, man. Okay, so here are the best reviewed films recently.
You haven't even mentioned it, and that's your wheelhouse.
Oh, it was definitely one of the better films this year. It's not my favorite by far. I liked it. I thought it was really good, but it's not. It wasn't my favorite movie of the year. It would
I prefer the
it would be
original.
brought up for sure. Here's what were the better reviewed films of the year. Dunkirk has a 94. I don't understand it. How does that have a 94 on Metacritic? My God. Lady Bird, which I hear is fantastic, has a 94. I'm really excited to see that. Star Wars has 86. Blade Runner 81. Coco 81. Disaster Artist 76. Mother with a 74. Thor with a 73. It with a 70. Wonder
Death Note.
with a 66. American Made with a 65. And we're getting down towards, not super high
Just
scores
picking
anymore.
Wonder.
Justice League with a
Alex.
45.
Was The Shape of Water a limited release?
Yes, that's limited release. And that has very high scores. That has like an 80, high 80s or something like that. I believe.
don't know.
It has 86, The Shape of Water. Very excited to see that too. I'll be seeing that very soon. What else?
as Rick said, Death Note.
Death Note on Netflix. Yeah.
Death
if-
Note
yeah.
was terrible. It was.
It
no,
was.
If it wasn't Death
weird.
Note, it would have been a cool movie. But I saw the anime. I love the anime, and they made Light look so wussy.
Right.
You know that wasn't Light. He was intense in the anime. Like he was a risk taker. He was
Right.
confident. Strong, and
It
just
wasn't
reminded
light.
me-
It wasn't light in any way.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
just
agree with that.
reminded
Like the
me
Dragon
of
Ball
Finest
movie, man.
Nation.
Oh, let's not even talk about that. I broke stuff in that movie. That
Go
was
ahead,
so
Brad.
What you say?
What are you gonna say?
It just reminded me of like a Final Destination movie with all the over the top explosive like head like gore and stuff like that. It just ugh.
Yeah, it was very much like a Final Destination movie. It wasn't what diehard fans wanted from Death Note. Taking that like into consideration and going into it, I was trying to remove myself from that, and for that reason, I was able to walk away being like, okay, I enjoyed parts of that. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. It was just it had enjoyable moments. But I totally get anybody that hated that movie.
That's how I felt about Power Rangers.
Best-
Alex Bustos just mentioned in there. Like it was.
Hey.
What? What Crazy Legs? What?
Crazy Legs, did you love Power Rangers?
Yes, I did.
No, I didn't. I did not hate. Don't get me wrong. I did not hate Power Rangers once. It wasn't bad. You know what? I wasn't even a bad movie. I'm glad that they did it. It was okay, and I'm sure there's going to be a sequel that's going to be just as adequate. But they decided to revamp it. Once I realized they were revamping Power Rangers, all of my expectations went out the window because
Yeah.
it was going to be like a sequel of like the
Tommy's
1990s
coming.
versions. Exactly. You know, like the fact that Tommy was a cameo means that I don't
He's
get to have
coming
an
back.
Spoiler
have
alert!
his-
I didn't know Tommy was in it. Son of a bitch.
He's like a no, he's not in the movie.
No, he's
A
not.
cameo appearance with alongside Kimbler.
I mean, I'm just joking anyway. Like, I don't care at all. I do want to see it.
It was
Oh,
okay.
Blade
man.
Runner.
Blade Runner I
Blade
haven't
Runner,
seen yet. I really wanted to
yeah,
see it in theaters, but I couldn't find anybody to see it with me. So I haven't seen it yet. I'll be seeing that one pretty soon. Going over to Netflix, I want to respond to a few things here. For one, yes, 1922 is awesome. That was very well done. Another Stephen King adaptation. Two actually this year on Netflix. Another one was Gerald's Game, which was also very good. Wasn't crazy about the ending 5 minutes or so, but Gerald's Game is definitely worth a watch for anybody into Stephen King. This was a big year for Stephen King in general. I think you had It as well in theaters. A lot of good stuff. What else came out on Netflix this year? Any originals or that you guys enjoyed?
Star
Let me
Trek?
see.
Star Trek? Yeah, Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star
What
Trek
am
was
I
on
watching?
Netflix?
I think Ash versus the Evil Dead came out. I was really
Oh, you guys are just talking TV in general.
The new
Yeah.
Tick.
The new
that
t-
was on Amazon.
Yeah, same difference.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I watched some of it.
I've strayed away from Netflix. I feel like it's been going downhill from like year after year.
Well, you need to go back and watch Moana. Like that's
Yeah. Netflix is like for me, it's the best it's ever been because I am somebody who watches the originals. If you're somebody that wants like just tons and tons of movies on there that you're never gonna watch, then that's cool. But I'm somebody that really appreciates all the work they're putting into their original content. So
Yeah,
I
I mean,
agree.
there's a lot of good movies still left on there, but like, I don't know,
Ozark?
some of the movies.
Ozark was very good.
Ozark was
Almost
really
made
a
me
series of unfortunate events came out. That was nice. It's a nice little image to my childhood.
Yeah.
No budget cars. Oh.
Defenders, all the Marvel series that came out.
Punisher,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Punisher was amazing.
which I'm now 3 episodes into, which is
Oh,
good.
Man.
I still have
Glow,
to
I
watch it.
started
Watch
but
it
haven't
first.
gotten too far into. Glow seemed like it was going to be good, so I have to get back to that. Bright, original movie, just came out. Another one that I watched was To the Bone, which was about anorexia. That was pretty good.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, they have so much original content coming out on
Big mouth.
Netflix. It's
You know
unbelievable.
what the biggest thing was for me was Sense8, which didn't really get a lot of attention, but it had a very niche, following, myself included. I love Sense8. That is by far my favorite Netflix original.
Wow.
And they canceled the show after
Yep.
the second season, and then it got so much. They received so much feedback from the fans saying, "You can't do this. You can't just leave us the way you did." So they agreed to do like a 2-hour finale to end the show properly. And I love that, and that was my favorite thing in 2017.
Nice. Another one for me that I watched this year, I think on Netflix, was The OA. That was interesting.
Which was so weird.
It was very weird, very, very weird, but interesting. And parts of it were very good. Some of it was a little over the top cheesy, but parts of it were very good. Of course, Stranger Things season 2, which
Yeah.
I'm still bummed we didn't get to do our Netflix club on, but things around the holidays got so messed up that we didn't make it happen. But now that we have the moment, I liked Stranger Things season 2, but I definitely didn't like it as much as season 1.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're the first person I've heard to say that. I mean,
Really?
like me, I didn't really have a preference either or for season 1 or 2.
I rewatched season 1 after season 2, and it just reminded me again why I preferred season 1. I preferred the more character focus of season 1. I prefer the focus on Mike, who is almost absent from season 2. Honestly, I really don't understand it. He must have been filming it. That's the only thing I can think, that they couldn't get him more involved. But the fact that Mike and Eleven's relationship is pretty much non-existent in season 2 just really bothered me, that she's held until like the very last episode. I did love the relationship between Hopper and Eleven, but then there was that episode that just kind of comes out of nowhere where Eleven goes on that little side thing, and it doesn't really pertain to anything else in this season. I would imagine it'll come back eventually, but that just was a kind of a weird pace to throw that in there. Yeah, so I was a little bummed out with certain characters and how they were utilized in season 2. And I was, spoiler alert for season 2, I was bummed out that like the cliche death happened for Bob. I was hoping that they were setting that up to twist expectations. I was like, they're not going to kill him because that's the obvious thing to do. I was like, there's no way they're going to kill him, and there's no way they're going to turn him into a villain. They're going to surprise everybody by not killing him and having him turn out to be a legitimately good person. And then of course they kill him, and I was like, come on, like that's so cliche. Like, couldn't you have like gone against expectations there? That really bothered me.
I think maybe they probably did that because they didn't really see a place for Bob in the 3rd season. Whatever they have planned, I don't see that. I think the 3rd season is going to focus a lot more on the Upside Down and the creature that's in there. So everyone that's on the outside is not really going to play a big role. So like Mike's mom, not Mike's mom, Will's mom is not going to play, like Winona Ryder is probably not going to play that big of a role in season 3. But now that you've said that about the characters, like Randall making appearances, like 11 doing that little side trip was completely unnecessary. I'm glad that exists. I would like for that to be a thing in season 3. But what was the point of that? Like, you showed
it might be that they're trying to set up a side spin-off series with that character, which is really messed up if that was the reason. I hope that's not the case, but that might be the case.
I would have preferred if they were going to do a spin-off, they could do that. They're just fine. It introduced me to this character without 11,
right,
and show me her story behind the
integrate
scenes.
her into the show in a better way than they did. Yeah,
exactly.
The episode is fine. There's nothing wrong with the episode. It's just it ruined the pacing because it comes right after the freaking demo dogs coming out of the pit. And you're like, holy shit, I can't wait to see what happens. And then it goes to the next episode, and you don't see anything about that. It goes to 11 on her little side mission. So
yeah, exactly.
But if you watch the after show?
Oh, Beyond Stranger Things.
Beyond Stranger Things, Sean Astin was not supposed to even have half the screen time that he got, and he just was that good of an actor for them.
He was likable. And that's what I liked about it, is as further went into the series, the more you realize, oh, this guy isn't going to be like some secret agent or something like that. He's just a legitimately good person. It's like, yes, this guy's a good person. Now what they have to do is not kill him. And then they killed him. And I was like, come on, that's just so cliche. So that bothered me a lot that they did that. But overall, I did really enjoy the season. I think, honestly, what they're going to do with season 3 is they're going to totally echo it. They're going to jump 10, 15 years in the future. They're going to be grown-ups, and you're going to have flashbacks to when they were kids, but it's going to be about them being as grown-ups and the thing coming back, the monster coming back with them being grown-ups.
I might be on my own for this one. Oh, what a girl doctor in Doctor Who now?
Oh, what about the girl Doctor Who? I don't follow Doctor Who. I think it's really cool they did that. I thought that the outrage that followed that was totally disgusting, especially considering that there already are female doctors. From what I know, they've talked about it, they've been referenced on the show. So why is it such a problem to have the main character of the show be a female doctor? That just really bothered me.
It was completely stupid. Like, people are like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it now because it's a girl doctor. The girl's only meant to be a guy. It's like, yeah, but the master was a girl as well. So what? It's like,
yeah, and every time he changes into a new doctor, like, one of the first things he does doesn't he check to make sure he's not a woman?
Yeah, because with Matt Smith, he went, oh, I'm a girl when you first appeared.
Right. So they've set up that it's possible for him to change gender. So why is this like this thing where people were that surprised or shocked? Like, I'm surprised it took them that long, honestly, to do a female doctor. Like, how did it take that long for there to be a female doctor? So that was just ridiculous, the reaction to that. But I'm very glad that they did it. I hope that she's good. I haven't seen any of it, but...
Can I ask a stupid question about Doctor Who real quick? And I think Brad is the perfect person to ask. I genuinely want to watch Doctor Who. I have no idea where to start.
I would start from... if you want to start, go with the 9th Doctor, which is like the 1st season. Start from now.
Is that where it's at? Because I know there's like it's a show that's been going on for such a long time.
It's 50 years, but from the seasons wise, go from the 1st season of the 9th Doctor.
The 9th Doctor was you said the 1st season, which it starts with the 9th.
Who was the 9th Doctor?
Christopher Eccleston, I think his name was.
He only had one season, right?
Yeah, only one season.
Yeah. He's also from The Leftovers. Speaking of that, The Leftovers.
Matt Smith.
Ended this year. Leftovers, one of the best shows I've seen in a very long time. Everybody should watch The
Absolutely
Leftovers.
agree. It's so good.
Never even heard of it.
Nothing else like it ever on TV.
Crazy Legs, man. You know what? Can you like just send me your address? I'm gonna fly to you wherever.
We're
you're
gonna
at.
change your life, Crazy
I'm
Legs.
gonna bring
I'm
over
in
a
Detroit.
bag. I'm gonna bring a
In
bag
all
of just,
honesty,
like,
though, and this is
DVDs.
nothing against your taste, but considering what you've indicated your taste to be tonight, I'm not sure you would like The Leftovers. So, you seem to be somebody that's just kind of into like popcorn action flicks, like you kind of leave your brain at the door kind of thing. And Leftovers is
of.
not that.
Really
Kind
into
of, but then,
Sharknado.
I don't know.
Leftovers is very, very introspective and deep, and you have to really think about every single thing that happens on that show, and it's so much is thematic and symbolic.
So
and
there's a lot of theories then.
it's kind of like Lost. Did you like Lost?
I've seen it.
Okay.
I've like watched like the first season, and then it lost me legitly.
Okay.
Like,
It's kind of like
yeah.
Lost in that it jumps all over the place, and there's a lot of theories and stuff that go along with it. But the thing about Leftovers is they tell you from the very beginning pretty much that you're not going to get the answer to the underlying mystery of the show, which is where did everybody disappear to. The idea, Crazy Legs, is that the rapture or a rapture-like event happens where 2% of the world suddenly disappears, and 2% might not seem like a lot, but 2% when you have 7 billion people in the world is a crazy amount. And it's all about like how that event just affects people on a personal level and changes the world. It's not about finding out where these people went to or why they left. It's just about seeing what happens to the world when that something like that
Okay.
happens.
So it's kind of like the 100 then, if any.
A little bit, a little
Oh,
bit,
the
yeah.
one- I love the 100. The 100 was so good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I have seen that. My girlfriend loves that show. So I have seen that.
Mel is asking me in the chat, what do you think the end meant? I would love to talk with you about it, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody. We'll have to talk privately, Mel. Maybe as Poor Stash Andrew, I'll talk to you privately.
What do you guys think of?
Gifted was actually really good.
Yes.
But let me take this opportunity. I do have to bounce.
Oh, we're wrapping up anyway. We got 56 seconds left in the show.
I can definitely stay for 56 seconds.
What do you guys think of this year's Walking Dead or this half?
I didn't even watch a single episode. I think I might be done with the show.
I
loved it.
It was great. You should watch it. It's really good.
Oh, that's not what I heard. I heard it wasn't good at all.
I loved it.
It was fantastic.
Well, Crazy Legs, again, no offense. but
For God's sake.
some of the things you've said
like Walking
tonight
Dead.
don't
Yeah,
don't vibe with my taste. So
I'm gonna do it, dude. I'm gonna bring a 6-pack of beer, a bunch of DVDs, and my Netflix account info, and I'm going to your house, man. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna get drunk, and we're gonna watch this stuff. Everything you
Let's
need
do
to
it.
see.
I still haven't seen Breaking Bad. I haven't seen Leftovers. I haven't seen Stranger Things. I haven't
Okay,
seen...
hold up. First of all, Breaking Bad, go watch it. Like I don't know what else to say.
you can watch the entire series over the course of New Year's and New Year's weekend because they're playing the entire series back to back over New Year's weekend. So
And if you don't like English, there's a scene-for-scene remake called Malatesta.
yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know why anybody would watch that version, but yeah, it doesn't look near as good. The production value, the
Oh, it's
cinematography
hilarious.
it's not near as good. Yeah, but it is trying to be a shot-for-shot remake. Yeah,
Next
I
year's
did watch
good-
one
next
episode of it.
Next year's good for anime. A lot of new animes coming out next year.
Yeah, I really can't speak to that. I know that Hayao Miyazaki is coming out with another film, which I'm happy about, so I'll keep an eye on that one. I'm not against watching another anime because I really did enjoy Death Note. I just need to figure out what the next one for me is going to be.
I can tell you, I can be your guy for that because there's animes that span hundreds of episodes, and then there's like the short ones that are just really good. Like
I need to watch
Cowboy.
Cowboy Bebop, is what I need to do.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
watch
that's
that,
it's
man.
really
I
good.
even watch that.
Netflix actually came out with an original called Erased, which is based off of an anime that is amazing. It's short, and that should be your next one.
Okay.
And
love
then you
Cowboy
can watch
Bebop.
the live action Netflix remake.
God.
Erased is really good. It's like a mystery drama about this guy that goes back in time to prevent a murder from happening. It's just really good.
Very nice.
Wait, they made a live action Cowboy Bebop?
No.
No, it's called Erased.
Oh. Oh, I was about to say, like, wait a minute.
And I was saying I've never watched the original. I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop ever. I've never seen it. So
If you like food was as good. If you like
I
food,
think
Yeah.
my son's about 14 and he's given up on anime because that's about as old as you should be watching anime.
hey,
No
See,
way.
I
Whoa.
Shut
Hold
up.
on, hold on.
Javis, whoa.
Before all the reactions come out, I actually had this exact conversation at my job the other day. The thing with the anime, it's animated, you know. So you think if there's a certain niche age group that you should watch it, but there are animes, man. I'm telling you, there's like blood, gore, decapitation,
Oh,
sex.
I've watched them all. I grew up in
Yeah.
Seattle with a large Asian culture there.
I mean,
All my
if you can
friends
watch
watched all the
Family
stuff that was
Guy,
brought.
you can watch like American Dad, Family Guy, and that's okay because it's just like obviously for adults. That's how you have to see anime. It is anime. There is weeb culture. That is a thing, but there are animes that are just so
I've-
awesome that anyone can watch them.
I've seen some weird anime out there. Some weird
Cream
anime.
Lemon.
I mean, there's some exceptions.
We need to get Review Guy in here so he can talk about his love for My Little Pony.
Weird.
That just blows my mind.
Oh,
Everyone
we
watch anime
it's
here.
way too late in the
Everyone
night
watch
to talk
Valkyrie
about that.
Drive.
What was that, Brad?
I'm actually,
Whoever's an anime fan here, have you seen Valkyrie Drive?
No, I
No,
anything you're gonna say I probably haven't seen, Brad. So I'm just
Yeah,
gonna stop
don't
you
watch
there.
it. Don't watch it.
There's
don't watch
too
it.
many. There's a lot of anime.
We got to
It's
wrap
so-
this up. We got to wrap this up because Joey's got to get to bed. I got to get to bed. It's 1:30 in the morning. We
Word.
we
I
satisfied
go to bed. It's like 6 a.m. or almost 7 o'clock in the morning here.
we satisfied the extent of the
Working
show.
6
We
hours.
hit the 3 hours and 30-minute mark. Thank you so much to everybody tonight. I'm gonna bounce you guys. Thank you so much for joining me though for this open the door segment. You guys are
No
awesome.
problem, man. Anytime.
Thanks for having us.
definitely
All right, see you guys.
Great.
Later, man.
level up.
Not all.
Yes, I'm lost. Yes, I'm lost.
Jesus. All right, guys. We hit 3 hours and 30 minutes. Thanks to so much support today with all the subs, the tips, the cheers. You guys were great. Thank you to everybody that supported us, whether it be a follow, a sub, a tip, a cheer, doesn't matter. You guys are all amazing. Again, there are no more episodes of the Level Up Show for 2017. I will try to do as many streams as I can, just that we don't want to do an official 200 episode on New Year's Eve. We don't want to do it on Christmas Eve. And we don't want to do it on any day that's not a Sunday because that is when we do the Level Up Show. So we're not going to do episode 200 not on a Sunday. So that's why we are no longer doing the Level Up Show for 2017. We'll start up again in 2018 with episode 200 with our 4-year anniversary episode, which is going to be a lot of fun. I will be on tomorrow with Persona 5. I'll be on Wednesday with Persona 5, and maybe Friday will be another community night. I'll let you guys influence that, of course. Thank you to Joey for helping me out tonight, of course, and anybody else that came on the show and helped out with filling Mike's seat for the night, since it was, it's hard to do this myself, so it was great to have you guys. Everybody have a wonderful holiday, whether it be Christmas or New Year's or whatever you celebrate. I hope you guys have a very, very good holiday and stay safe, of course. We will see you throughout the week with gaming talk shows and game streams. Even if we're not doing the Level Up Show, you'll find us here, of course, very often. So I'll see you all then. Until next time, take care. And as always, don't forget to level up.